I'm the leader, the Iron Man. The night's done, you know who I am. Blades find their mark and my mind is sharp. My psionics tell you our minds are hells apart. Straightforward and honest, I'm no soothsayer, worth no more than 900. My destiny is ahead, never afraid to confront it. I'll keep everyone safe even if I won't make it. Instruments humming, our tune is loud, showing our courage, our time is now. Our Lord is boundless and together we stand proud. 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 Big man, big heart, rage and control. Proud father, wisdom with age, never selfish, never cold. Knock you out with these fists, fall to the floor. Prefer peace, don't test me, I'll even the score. Brute strength to silence enemies, they'll fall. A peaceful soul, don't hesitate to brawl. Instruments humming, our tune is loud, showing our courage, our time is now. Our Lord is boundless and together we stand proud. 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 Seeking shiny the cat's out of the bed. Middle mate can be called ironclad. No cat and mouse, but with my prey I'll play a support animal, yeah. I'm your steel defender, no scratches on this cat, built sleek and slender. No attitude like men, I'm tired of you, so talk to my creator now. The shadows gather as I walk in shadow elf, but I hate my kin. Tinker inventor, I always have the tools for the job. Rules never tidy, kind of a slob. Sleep is for the weak, so I never catch a wink. If I feel tired, just down an energy drink. Master hacker, intelligent, without a doubt. Stand in my way, fuck around and find out. Proud. Instruments humming, our tune is loud, showing our courage, our time is now. Our Lord is boundless and together we stand proud. 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 Man with a voice smooth as silk, not full of hot air, I've got the skills. Air genesi, musical talent unmatched. Singing sax, playing bagpipes on blast. My music sharp like a cloud of daggers, got the moves like Jagger. I ain't no slacker, objects move when I'm around. An army of animated things who can't be brought down. I'll be your test, can't withstand this tempest. Proud. Instruments humming, our tune is loud, showing our courage, our time is now. Our Lord is boundless and together we stand proud. 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 My magic's divine, like a holy man's words. I bring the fire, like soon in a church. In the kitchen or chapel, that's where I shine. I'm the heart of the party, keeping their health in line. Pocket bacon always stocked up, ready to share. If anyone's in need, I'm quick to be there. Divine skills, prestigious and strong, I'm the party shield. They call me Aegis, it won't be long. Proud. Instruments humming, our tune is loud, showing our courage, our time is now. Our Lord is boundless and together we stand proud. Proud.
Hello, stream. There's not a whole lot to, feel free to go play Animal Crossing. There's not a whole lot to, discuss on this end of things, so I'm just gonna jump over to the players here. welcome in everybody. I am probably going to ignore chat, so I apologize.
No, he's just a normal door after an hour, so that wouldn't do us any good.
Yeah,
Until I
pretty
get
much.
a-
Like, you could always just like re-enchant him every couple hours or so. You know.
I just don't want you to feel obligated. All right, so
Sorry, before you super start, I think I'm missing from the map. I see Min.
you are.
I see a
You're
mind
not-
flare.
Yeah,
I'm seeing.
You went to go return the truck. You're not on the map right now.
Okay, that's fair. I'd forgotten about that. That's
You're
fair.
on my map, but you're not on your map.
Okay.
All right. Quick recap from, well, first of all, I always forget to do it. So, for our lineup of players tonight, we have K Goins Graphics playing Tempest. I always want to say your Discord name. We have Torin playing Aegis. Chaos for Kitty playing Kira. We have Lucy playing Bonkin. And we have Xavier playing Marcus. Alright, so last week you guys wrapped up the fight with the void things. You didn't actually end up killing the void dragon. In fact, you ended up befriending him, and now he owes you a boon. So, a quick wit on Marcus's point there. Did not expect that. I'm not gonna lie. So I've had to alter a few things, but it's a really cool addition to what you guys are doing here. Anyway, so you made it out. The Kraken created a little portal for you guys once you defeated the creature that kept taking on Alan's face. Yes, now you get to fight a dragon with another dragon. Once you defeated the creature with Alan's face, he actually helped to get the void sphere out of its chest and handed it over, but in doing so kind of took himself out. The Kraken created a portal for you. You went through, but not before Bonkin went fishing and actually caught a couple of things. You made it through the portal that was created in the water and came out in Openser's temple in the round room. The dragon agreed to stay there, starting a transformation toward a gem dragon by Marcus's encouragement, and we'll be calling on Marcus when the time comes for that portion. Marcus was able to connect with Openser again on the way out and asked for some guidance, and Openser did a very godlike thing and didn't really give any direct guidance whatsoever. But as you walked out, you did notice that the symbol of Openser that had been cracked before is no longer cracked, so that felt pretty good. You made it home, and Zachary needed to go return the gigantic monster truck that you all had been using to traverse the desert. Kira was way too fascinated and went with him, and Min actually stayed behind with Marcus, which is not something that you guys have seen in the past, but knowing what you know now makes a little bit of sense. So you find yourselves here in your headquarters. We did XP at the end of last session. I don't think I'm gonna do that anymore. It throws me off. I don't really like doing that at the end. So we'll just do it at the beginning. If you know that you're close to leveling, just have it prepared for the next session. So that way when I give you the XP, if you're able to level, then you have it ready.
Could I just get a double check on my XP?
You should be at 78,497.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Anybody else need that? Okay.
I don't need to be reminded.
I know. You're so painfully close. Okay.
Yeah, he's even closer than me.
Yeah, it's bad. And I felt bad, and I was trying to figure out a way last session to remedy it, but I can't.
It is what it is. The only shitty part is that, like, we go into a long rest now. We may not long rest for 3 or 4 sessions, but we'll have a level, so nobody will benefit from it.
Actually, there was one thing that I wanted to say, because last week I gave you guys XP based on the fight, but I did not include anything for RP. So for me, that is usually 500, so if you guys want to add 500 XP to your... Because I didn't give you anything for roleplay, and I had noted that during the week. So that should take you, Tempest, to...
78997.
Yep.
Does that tip you guys over? No? Oh, God.
But that was the only other thing that I had on my note. So
Nope, 223 experience points away. Marcus is just gonna go stomp on a bunch of fucking rats in the alley until he levels.
I'm right there with
close.
you. 400,
that rat.
423 away.
yeah, I'm sorry guys. I don't want to cheese it. Otherwise I'll just be
Yeah,
like,
Candace, you've got me covered up on your end, by the way.
oh, how did that happen?
I have no idea. You probably dragged somebody.
Oh,
It's okay, Marcus. We can just go find that rat called.
You may need to do a refresh. You may need to refresh that browser.
There we go.
There it is.
Thank you. Okay. All right. So okay. So yeah. So we won't do XP at the end anymore because it's just a little bit too much. But so it is January 30th at 2:30 p.m. You're back at quarters. Does anybody have any questions or need any clarifications on anything at this point?
No, Marcus had just sat down at the table and just started emptying the bag, per usual.
Okay. Okay. So I'll let you guys take it away.
I was gonna say, I do believe as we ended, Aegis was headed off to make something. I don't remember 100% what that was.
I feel like you said ciabattas or something.
I mean, I don't remember exactly, but that sounds
bread,
pretty
it's
good.
a sandwich. You have a little sandwich.
Oh, ciabatta?
Ciabatta,
Why'd you
yeah.
say it? Why'd you say it like a
I
ciabatta?
don't know.
Fucking bougie over here. So we're eating in Beverly Hills.
All right.
Well, we
so-
are in New Haven, Connecticut, after all.
Yeah.
The bougiest. All right, it's
The
ciabatta from now
bougiest.
on.
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of ciabattas getting made.
All right. So you guys are in
Bonkin
quarters.
said he's gonna put. Sorry, I believe Bonkin said he's gonna put Aegis' room so that I can stop carrying a mind flare.
All right. Yeah. So that's you're putting the body in Aegis's room.
Yes.
Okay.
The only thing for Tempest of note is he's just going to resummon Zupal out of his pocket plane. Safe now, buddy. You can come on out. The big scary truck is gone.
All right. I think I gotta grab him from the other map. I'll bring him over. In here. Okay, so Marcus sits down. I'll get that for you. Marcus sits down.
So, yeah, I'm just gonna start going through all the shit. So Marcus pulls out, he pulls out the sconce, first and foremost, and he kind of just like looks it over and he's like, this may seem like a strange request, but would you all mind if I mounted this in my room? Just not like I'm not gonna start getting weird and
What,
religious
the
about
penis
things.
lamp? The
Yes.
penis lamp guy?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Just think it might be a nice thank you to an entity that exists and kind of rejected me like a bad ex-girlfriend, sort of thing. It's unfortunate the way that conversation went, but
Rejected you? What are you talking about?
well, I look, I'm an atheist by nature, and the god of psionic energy was talking to me pretty much that entire soiree into the void. And I just felt this weird divine connection and thought maybe I was wrong about everything. So I was having this weird existential crisis. And just flat out asked, you know what I am? Do you want me as a follower? And he pretty much was like, nah, we're good, thanks. And I was like, oh, fuck, okay, well.
It's weird.
Glad we-
Don't gods get power from followers? Is that how this whole thing works?
Well,
Aegis?
Penn said wouldn't want you to follow because you believe you have to follow. He would want you to follow because
'Cause you want to.
want to follow.
Yeah, that makes
That's
sense.
fair. I suppose I
you
would.
want-
I would.
Then he would be willing to have you.
I mean, I suppose that's true, but I was willing to follow only because it was the first true encounter I've had with a god. And you know how I am with the whole fate thing. I go my entire existence as an atheist, and all of a sudden there's a god of psychic energy in my head going, hey, what's up? We exist. This is like a real thing. And I go, oh, fuck me. Maybe fate has shifted the way I need to view the world. And he was like, no, 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 no. Pump the brakes. We don't really need you as much as you think we need you. And I was like, oh. And this is why I'm an atheist, because you just use, and fucking never, you know. No offense, Master Aegis. I'm sure your god, whoever they are, is wonderful. Sweet, kind, beautiful, I don't know. Mine was just very... Anyways, I'll go ahead and mount this as an homage to the god that turned me down. That's something to tell the kids. Next
When
we
you put it that
have...
way, that does sound kind of weird now.
It does sound strange, doesn't it? We have this, okay, this is a strange one. This is, he pulls out, like, this, I'm assuming what looks like a stone bowl. It's like stoneware painted with garden imagery, and it's, you've put the word ewer on here. I don't even know how to pronounce that. E-W-E-R? Ewer?
Yeah, you were.
I don't even know what the fuck a ewer is.
It's like a, think like a, pitcher.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like a
okay.
large
So I
jug
pull
with-
out a stone jug, and it's got garden imagery around it. Don't know exactly if this has any magical anything. I found this, which I can pretty much guarantee has some sort of magic, and he pulls out like a small wooden box that's got arcane runes around it. Oh! Master Aegis and Master Tempest. I also found this, and I pull 10 bottles of wine, of fine wine, out. I don't even partake in alcohol.
Oh, yeah, no, I remember talking about this. Yeah, I'll definitely take one for me and then one for my lady.
Now we have 8 bottles of fine wine. Master Aegis, I assume you can probably keep these stocked somewhere?
Oh,
You
without
cook
a
with that,
doubt.
can't you?
Hey,
I thought you were supposed to only cook with cheap wine.
you can't. Why am I still doing the accent? You can, but you can go ahead and use the fancy stuff too. I mean, it is free to, after all.
Fair enough, I suppose. Okay, well, we've got 8 bottles of that. We've also got this scroll. Candace, I'll just unfurl it. I'm not really afraid of it. Unless there's not like a glyph on the outside that looks like a glyph of warding or anything, right?
No.
No? Okay.
Hold on one
Or
second.
like an explosive ruin.
No, no, no.
Well, you laugh, but fucking DMs are evil.
No, I
Yeah.
remember what happened to Meepo when I opened that book.
You
Ooh,
open
baby.
the scroll. You open the scroll, and antipathy sympathy casts.
Yeah. No, I'm not. It's nothing evil. Let me see 1 second. Hold on.
Because if it's on my spell list.
Right. It is. Yeah, you'd recognize it. You'd be able to read it. It's Cloud of Daggers, actually.
Oh boy, this is the prerequisite for your fire tornado. This is a scroll of Cloud of Daggers.
Ooh, it's half fire blender. Nice.
There you go. I don't want or need that. Let's see, we've got 3 potions here, 2 of them. Pulls out 2 vials that have dark red liquid in them. Are these recognizable,
Yeah.
Candace, or...?
Yeah, so you've got the dark red are the greater healing potions.
So we've got 2 greater healing potions here. And then we've got this weird one, and he pulls this one out. It's a little bit larger than the other 2. It's got golden viscous liquid with a red bead inside that is constantly appearing. It seems to appear and then retract into the liquid. I guess I'll try to identify it without consuming it.
Yeah, if you're gonna smell it and that kind of thing, you could do a do an arcana. Yeah, I'd say arcana.
Arcana.
Yeah.
No fucking clue what this is. It looks like some sort of weird metallic paint. Master Tempest, Master Aegis, Master Bonk, and I assume you don't even want to try.
I've got no idea.
I'll give it a look. Sure.
I'll pass that over.
Okay. Give me an arcana check.
Another Arcana.
Mm-hmm.
Hey now.
Yeah, so that's
Goddamn.
you recognize that that bead is you've seen it before in your travels. It's pretty recognizable to you. It's a potion of growth.
Ooh, potion of growth.
Oh shit. You know, I'm actually out. I literally just used my last enlarge reduce scroll. I may be able to utilize that.
I mean,
in
you
combat.
used it pretty. Yeah, you used it pretty well. I think you probably deserve it. Yeah.
Or Master Bonkin, would you like to keep one on you in case you need to get big quick?
Sure, I guess Miss Kira can turn either of us big anytime.
True, but if she's gonna concentrate on something, I'd rather it be that spell that she zapped me with that made me fast as fuck. That one was amazing.
Oh, that's true. In that case, I think you should have it. It's better if she casts more stuff on you.
Oh no, I mean, I'm fine not being big and fast. I'm fine being one or the other. That way we can both be big or fast, Master Bonkin. Just in
Alright,
an emergency. Plus, I can buy more scrolls if needed.
Alright, I guess I can take it. I do have this one, and he's gonna, like, hold the potion of Hill Giant Strength.
Is that a fucking fingernail in there?
It's fucking gross.
And we bought it from Mr. Aegis's, maybe girlfriend? I don't know.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
girlfriend.
But what? Oh, that reminds me. Now that you don't have an accent, yeah. What's the deal with you and the lady from Apothecary?
Currently, I would say that I haven't maybe made an actual move towards anything with her, but there is at least interest.
Hmm. All right. I'll just leave that alone then. All right. Well, Master Bonkin, you take this potion of growth then. The two greater healing potions. How are we all doing on potions? I actually, hilariously enough, I think I am completely out now.
I think you should take one of those then.
Yeah, I'll keep one. I used my last one on the dragon.
I currently have a potion of healing, and I'd say amongst the rest of you, yeah. Fight over it.
Okay. We can also wait until Mistress Kira gets back to see where she's at with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already have one of these potions, and Miss Kira has labeled it as greater. There's just a
Oh,
post-it
I
note
got
that says
one as
greater
well.
on it.
There's probably a little drawing too, just to make sure.
Don't
I thought-
eat the whole bottle.
Yeah, I was picturing
I'm a
like
little
the little. It's the growth chart with like an arrow on like the third option.
I don't know what this really means, but I mean, I'm not going to eat the bottle, but I appreciate drawing.
We also found this box, put like a small wooden box on the table, and it looks like it's got a couple jars of paint in here. I'm not much of an artist myself, so I don't know what the fuck to do with this, but actually, that reminds me, can anybody cast Detect Magic? No? Alright, well, I'll keep looking for runes on it then. No big deal. We'll live. Actually, Marcus stops and looks down at Min. Nalia, can you detect if any of this is magical? Have you taken that gift from... No. Old monster truck?
Old monster check.
That would be an elven, by the way.
Yeah.
Understood every word of it.
Kira, give me a perception check.
Are my ears ringing?
It's possible. 18. Okay, so you're not that far from. I mean, you're far enough that it broke. It certainly broke the bond, but you're not that far from headquarters right now, and you do feel it's almost like a knock from Min on your psyche, like a.
She will absolutely 100% open up to men.
You would get, it's not words or a voice or anything, but you'd get the sense of detect magic. Like you would feel like she's trying to tell you, detect magic.
I think she would just reflex cast it.
Okay.
Probably
so
in
mark it off.
the monster truck.
Go ahead and mark it off. So typically when you do this, it affects you and the things directly around you. But with you being connected to Min in that moment, as Zachary's driving you back and you guys are almost back at quarters, you can feel that it got expended, but nothing happens in the truck. Like you're not starting to see magic things all over the place. That's the first time that this has happened. Marcus, you would see Min's eyes would glow blue, and
headlights.
she would sort of
LED, of course.
Right, of course. You would sort of you could almost sense the pride in herself for being able to do what she's doing, and you'd see her look over toward the items. You have them all.
I'll just kind of like put them. Yeah, I'll bring each one down to her and I'll just say, I'll say in common, first of all, that was a shot in the dark, and all right. And then I'll say in Elven, I'll just bring them down to you, and you touch the ones that emanate magic.
Okay.
So I'll bring down, you know, I'm gonna bring down the sconce, and just to see.
She does not boop it.
Okay, perfect. I'll bring down the stoneware ewer.
She does not boop that either.
Perfect. I'm gonna bring down the coffer, but as she goes to boop it, I'm just gonna boop it to her because I already know it's magic because I see the arcane runes.
Yeah. She kind of like shakes because she wasn't expecting you to boop her with it.
And then I'll bring down the box with the 2 jars of paint.
She does boop that.
Oh shit. Okay. I'll just kind of set him down, and I'll give her a really good pet and just say, "You're ridiculously useful. You know that."
Yeah, and so a short time. Let's see, how long does that? Up to 10 minutes. Okay, so it's still It's like still in effect. Her eyes still have like a faint blue glow because she's not actively looking right now. When Kira walks in, Kira, were you doing anything fancy or special with dropping off the truck, or were you just going with?
Probably would have just taken the opportunity to ask a bunch of questions about the truck.
Sure.
Look at it, kind of make note of things. If Zachary had gone inside, I might have done a, wait, before you go, just pop the hood, please.
Yeah, he would have popped the hood for you so that you could look, yeah.
Yeah.
And they actually have a lift that they would let you stand on that will like lift you up so you can look into the engine easier.
Yeah, but she's definitely doing the, how do I give Min a monster truck engine?
Oh god. Okay. All right, I just want to make sure.
It's the obligatory arty thought.
Of course.
She's gonna have a dump truck ass when you're done with her.
All right.
Monster truck ass, actually.
Right. So
we have standards in this house.
That's true.
So we'll say.
Does she feel like, weird question, does she feel like she's maintaining concentration on that detect magic? Does she feel like that link is still active and pulling a little bit?
So you can feel the link is pulling, but you do not feel obligated to concentrate on that spell right now. However, if you try to communicate with Min, like if you're trying to send any thoughts back to her, it's like you can't really go through.
It's just the kind of the what state is she in as she's coming back?
Yeah.
What is she expecting?
So you would definitely sense that she's concentrating. Also, you get a great sense of pride. Like as you're getting closer and you sort of connect to her on that level a little bit more, you get a great sense of pride, like specifically at one moment, but you don't know what's happening. And that would have been the moment that Marcus said she was very useful. Okay, so I just want to make sure you weren't doing anything special, because kind of within this time you would be arriving back. So we'll say, Marcus, go ahead. You can go ahead, and Kira, it'll be about a minute.
So yeah, I was just gonna, once she was done booping the two, I would just say, okay, well, I figured that this arcane rune engraved box was magical, but she's insinuating this paint in the box is magical as well. Master Tempest and Master Aegis, if you want to try to take a look at it, I'll at least take a peek at the runes and see if I can decipher what they might be.
If you could do that, Tempest, the Shabatas are almost done.
Sure, yeah, I'll give it a gander. Let's see what we got here.
I got
10.
box.
So 14. Let's see. So you'd be able to. One second, I'm gonna pull.
This was the wood coffer engraved with an arcane rune, or with arcane rune.
Right. So, I will give you this. You actually recognize a rune or two that is similar to the safe that you guys have for the vault. So you would recognize it has to do with storage. It has to do with specifically to do with storage. You recognize that for sure.
But there's no like protective runes on the outside or anything. Nothing. Okay. As he's looking at his, I'm just gonna fucking open it.
Okay. Hold on one second.
Oh God. Is you're all pulled back into the
Pandora's box.
We somehow end up back in Kira's mind.
Don't.
Or worse, we end up in Marcus's mind.
Oh, you definitely don't fucking want that. It's me like a scene out of fucking Doctor Strange too.
So, you open it and you look inside. You would expect to see the bottom of the coffer, but it's sort of like it's not there. It's not.
Marcus is not in dummy to this kind of stuff, so he's just gonna like reach his hand in and just see if he can feel the bottom or anything in the bottom, or like does it go all the way down to his like?
It goes down. You get like shoulder deep. Sorry, there's a loud ass car. You get like shoulder deep before you can like scratch the bottom of it. It's very Mary Poppins-esque.
Okay. Does it feel like there's anything actually in there? Like if I switch my hand around?
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna stick my fucking head in it.
Okay. It
What's
feels
down,
cold.
buddy?
You put your head in and
Yeah, he's like, hang on a second, I can't fucking see with my hands.
So it looks cold. You can't breathe when you put your head in there. You can't take a breath or anything. You look around. It looks. It's kind of similar to like the Starry Night sort of style of what you were seeing when you were on the plane of void, but it seems like it's pretty dang empty. You don't think that people could stay in there or anything like that. It's not like you could live in there, but it does seem like there's a lot of space to store things.
Okay. Yeah, Marcus will like pull his head back out, and then he'll kind of take a breath as like a little bit of like cold. You guys can like see the frost kind of like come out of his breath, like the condensation. He's like, well, it is definitely a pocket dimension of some sort, and there is a shitload of room in there, but it's fucking empty. Who keeps something like this empty? Worst villain ever.
Well, maybe he had something in there and he took it out earlier.
Maybe, I guess. Maybe he knew we were coming and just tried to ditch the. I don't fucking.
Maybe he
know.
stashed the good shit somewhere else. Yeah.
Maybe in those paint jars. What's in there?
So yeah, does a 10 give me anything
For
from
the
that?
jars. Yeah. Hold on one second. Marcus, give me an intelligence check.
While he does that, when Min is like, I guess, done identifying things, Blanc will absolutely just stretch an arm like past Marcus, because I can reach there, and then just hold a piece of pocket bacon out for Min.
Okay. All right.
And then one out for Marcus, because I remember Marcus saying he was fresh out.
Yeah, as my head comes up and out of the box, then and I bump your arm, I'll just thank you.
Marcus, with
I
the.
was about-
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say it'd be about this time Aegis would start coming around, starting with Min and dropping off ciabattas for everybody.
With the
Ooh, ciabatta.
23, Marcus, you think about what you guys just dealt with, and everything that you brought back, and with that being what seems to be a void container, you suspect that perhaps that's where the sphere was being stored when it wasn't in that creature's chest.
Okay.
Tempest, yeah, that was just because you were like, why the hell was that empty? So your brain would have started
No, yeah,
working.
Marcus's brain, he would just assume somebody fucking took out.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know if it's a void, but if that's what he thinks, then as Tempest is discovering this, just so you know, he's really gonna nonchalantly pull the void sphere out of his backpack and just drop it in there.
Okay.
And then close the top.
Did you look in there when you drop it, and you just close the top immediately?
Well, I'm not gonna drop some sphere of void energy into a void pit and then stick my fucking head in it. I am unwise to look into the empty thing. I am not stupid to look into
Got
the
it.
full
So
thing.
you drop it in. As you start to close it, you hear a little whirring sound, and then you close the lid.
And I lock it. If there's a lock or a
Yeah, there's
latch,
a latch
that
on
shit's
it.
closed
Yeah.
the fuck up.
Yep.
Okay, just so we're clear.
Okay.
I don't want that thing escaping.
Right. Okay, so Tempest, you would be able to recognize the word animate on the box of the paints. You're not entirely sure what this is, but you're able to recognize the word animate in arcane language.
Ooh, it says, I think it says animate. I wonder if that means if I paint something with it, it becomes animate.
That's fucking ridiculous. Who would make paint that could animate? Don't you just do that with your words?
I'm gonna try it. Are there paintbrushes with it, or is it just pots of?
Yeah, we'll say there was a
paint?
paintbrush with it. Yeah.
That's the caveat. You've got to finger paint everything. It's just like child
Fine.
drawings.
That is-
Kill me!
Remind me
Fine.
to tell you the full description of this when you guys figure it out, because that makes it so much funnier.
Actually, I'll just kind of reverse what I asked about the paintbrushes and just assume there are no paintbrushes and absolutely will finger paint things.
Okay, perfect.
So he's gonna like look around and grab like a coffee mug and then like finger paint like a smiley face on it
Okay.
and step back.
So you're doing like dot line.
Oh yeah, terrible painting.
Okay.
Terrible job.
So you paint.
I was drinking that.
You paint the smiley face on the coffee cup, and with normal paint it would just stick to the coffee cup, but as you pull your fingers away, it animates essentially. It kind of sticks out, and then it falls from the coffee cup onto the table. You have a dot, and a line, and it's like a physical thing now that you could pick these things up.
What the fuck?
What? Oh, that's cool. Wait, okay, so I'm a little bummed that it didn't bring the coffee cup to life, but this is kind of cool. So what is it? It's just like a just basically a half circle that's like solid now. It's like as if the
Yeah.
paint dried and
Yeah.
just, okay.
Yeah, it's like a paint chip almost that you could pick up at this point.
Well, what fucking use could that possibly have?
I don't know, but I don't know yet. But I'm gonna think about some uses for this.
When Kira gets back, we should do a full identify on these things so we know exactly what they do, but I kind of like just playing without her going, just give me 10 minutes in a ritual circle!
Right?
So much more fun.
She would never have let me paint her favorite coffee cup either.
Oh, she
have
has
an
her
idea.
coffee cup with her. I'm making it very clear. There's no way she would have left without it.
Lucy's face was priceless, though. He was like, "Oh no."
I was like, damn, I thought it was mine.
No, that's when I click the big red button.
Okay, so yeah.
Just set off
Where
that
the
nuke
fuck
she
is she?
put
I
in
was
the
just about to
basement.
say, so Kira would walk in here just about this time. She looks pretty happy. She looks pretty content with what she discovered.
It would also be at this point that she probably hears Aegis, I have an idea, and is about to stick his finger into a paint jar, looking like he's about to go down across this entire table.
What on earth do I smell? And what idea are you having? Please tell me it's a way to make more of whatever that is.
Shabatas, they're bougie.
There's one right
They
there
sound like
for you
it.
next to the right there next to the oven.
We found magic paint.
Hmm. Did anything weird happen while I was gone? As she looks at Min.
Fuck yeah, we found magic paint. Who makes magic paint? Look,
Marcus
he
took
made a
his
little
head into
smiley
a
face.
void box.
Oh, I did.
Huh. Can I see?
Any chance? Well, fuck, sure, if you want to, but any chance you've got a ritual circle in maybe like 10 minutes?
Yeah,
Well,
of
it's not
course.
allowed.
Sweet. I can
I could
definitely
do it
guarantee
sooner.
that these two things are... Oh, yeah, sure, if you've got the energy. Boy, phew, glad some of us have energy left. I wore myself out during that fight. Glad some of you had some time to R&R. Marcus stares
What
at
do we...
Marcus at Kira.
Is Min, are Min's eyes glowing still?
Yeah, they'd still be glowing right now.
She's going to, from probably near the door where she's somewhere over there. She'll mouth to Min. We'll talk about this later. In Elven, of course.
Okay.
Which I'm sure is the worst to lip read. But then she'll go closer to the table and, okay, so these two?
Yes, those two. That reminds me. Are you in need of a healing potion right now? How are you doing? How are your stores? We've got a grater that we found.
I have a grater on me at the moment, and she's gonna pat like some of her pockets. I've got a grater here, opens up one of her bags. Got a regular there, opens up her one of the pouches.
You're fine. Settle down. Who
You
else
get so many
need
potions.
one? She doesn't use them.
Hey, bonking? You need one?
I'll have a greater one.
Master
As
Aegis?
do I.
All right, Master Tempest, you're good. So, we've already given one to Zachary. Shit. Okay. Well.
Why don't you
Well, I
hold
mean,
on to it?
I have a regular healing potion.
Oh, well, then you
if
take-
nobody
you
else
take the
wants it, I'll
greater.
take the greater. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, take it. Take the grater. It's good for all of us to have a grater at some point in time. So, and I already took one of the graters because I had already used all my potions. Also, just so you know, we gave Master Bonkin a potion of growth, just in case he needs to get real big real fast. Oh, and we found 6 bottles of wine. Correction, 8, but we have 6 left, I believe. Isn't that what I
think it was
said?
10.
We
had something. I
Found
deleted it.
10.
Started with 10. Yeah.
All right, settle down, Alkies, okay? I don't drink.
Speaking of bottles and potions, if you have any empties when you've consumed the potion, if you could just pass them my way, that would be great.
I'll probably have an
Oh.
empty wine bottle for you by the end of the night.
I will take that.
Shit. Are we supposed to put our potion bottles, like... Are we supposed to keep those? Because I've just been smashing them on the floor after I drink
The last
wine.
one you didn't smash. Thankfully, you just dropped it. I grabbed it.
Oh, touche. I intended to smash it. Strong fucking bottle.
Probably be glad it didn't even crack, because that could have gone sideways.
Touche. All right. So, the Void sphere is inside that box, by the way. That's where it belongs. That's its home. This thing, I'm guessing, has probably very similar properties to the boxes we've got upstairs. Excuse me, to the box we have upstairs. That reminds me. I put down my visor. I'm gonna send a text message to Umi. Umi, any idea, or any update, I should say, on the delivery of my second box? I believe 2 days from now is the final day. Send.
You'll get a text back that says, tracking information says sometime between 3:30 today and 3:30 tomorrow.
Marcus just pulls his visor up and says out loud, "Who the fuck gives you a full day to have to sit at home and wait for an artifact that can contain something that can send people back in time? Terrible service."
Would you rather they just dropped it at one of the many doors into this place without telling anyone?
I would rather I go back to my own time and wizards simply teleport it to you exactly when they tell you they would.
I'm actually kind of surprised they can't do that now.
I'm very surprised they don't do that now. They got wizards in the fucking walls operating these lights, but they forgot how to use teleportation magic?
Maybe
I'm gonna
all the
start casting on the paints as they're talking.
Okay.
maybe because all the wizards and the illuminists are in the walls, so they can't teleport stuff. They're too busy.
Seems like a
Maybe,
strange
did you-
priority.
That's what I was thinking too. Did you see the size of that university? You'd think that the wizards would have a fucking heyday over that thing. It's gotta be a lot more of them now. Although... Shit. Have we met a wizard since we've been here?
Wasn't that kid trying to channel lightning wizard?
Well, he was trying to be a wizard, but
Yeah, but he fucking failed. Have we met any real wizards? Oh, we lost Bonkin.
Yeah, sorry,
Visual.
I controlled W by accident.
No. Okay, so Kira, you're casting it on there, right? You're not doing a ritual. That's a
Correct. They start the conversation and she just slides the paints over, holds it, and begins incanting.
Okay, so you cast your spell. You guys would see the silvery magic that is Kira's magic cover the paints, and Kira, you know that these are called Nolzur's Marvelous Pigments. So there are only some. It can have 1 to 4 of the things in there. This one only has 2, and there's usually a paintbrush that comes with it as well. So each pot of paint is sufficient to cover 1,000 square feet of a surface, which lets you create inanimate objects or terrain features, such as a door, a pit, flowers, trees, cells, rooms, or weapons, that are up to 10,000 cubic feet. It takes 10 minutes to cover 100 square feet. When you complete the painting, the object or terrain feature depicted becomes a real non-magical object. So if you paint a door on a wall, it'll create a door that can be open to whatever's beyond. If you paint a pit on the floor, it creates a real pit, and its depth counts against the total area of objects that you create. But nothing that's created can have a value greater than 25 gold. So if you paint a diamond or a pile of gold, it'll look authentic, but close inspection reveals that it's made from paste, bone, or some other
like
wood.
Monopoly money.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Electrum.
Electrum, yes, it's made from electrum if you do that, for sure.
Worthless.
Completely worthless.
Question for you, Candace, just for clarification on this item before it gets used. If something performs a spell like Detect Magic, and it was created by this, does it still pick up as magical, or because it says that it becomes a mundane item, does it register as something mundane?
It's mundane because it becomes a real non-magical object. Yep.
That's fucking cool.
That's a good question. Yeah.
It's a very good question.
I've never seen or used this item. This is cool as shit.
Yeah,
I've
and
only seen it on a
That
critical
is,
role.
yeah.
I wanted to give you guys all 4, but I was like, I'm gonna roll, because if I give you all 4, you're gonna use all 4, and I'm gonna get fucked.
I'm gonna turn this
So,
motherfucker
Aegis-
into a castle.
I was about to say, Aegis already has some ideas.
So, okay, so that's what you get from that, Kira.
Okay, so Kira's breath is just gonna, whew. Oh, these are fun.
Yeah. So what is it? What actually is it?
So, well, first, before I answer, she's gonna look to see if there's a paintbrush.
Give me an investigation check. Because you know more about this at 12. So, Tempest, you'll see Kira like flip the box around and she's like looking at it, and then there's like a little divot underneath the box, and she reaches in and she's able to detach a paintbrush that was kind of hidden underneath.
There was a paintbrush.
Yeah, it's just like where my stylus is.
I'm using my finger.
You've used them, oh, so you know what it does. When you paint something, it becomes the real version.
Oh yeah, no, I made this and kind of like hold up this like
Yeah, we know exactly what it
purple
does. We just
thing.
needed confirmation.
I thought it was going to animate your coffee mug, but it didn't.
If you paint a tree, it will make a tree, a real tree. If you paint a pit, it will make a pit, a genuine pit. It's not a magical version of a pit, not an illusory one. It will make the genuine thing. It only goes so far. Looks like somebody might have used what was part of what was in here already, but it's useful.
What was Aegis painting something on the table, by the way?
Yeah, as she was walking in, Aegis was about to go ahead and try to make as long of a line as he could to basically go ahead and test like the strength of it. Because like the idea being like a rope.
Okay, so you're drawing a rope with it?
Yeah, because this would have been before he knew that it actually created the physical thing. He's just like, okay, let's create a long straight line and see how well this turns out as like a rope or something.
Sure. So your thought does kind of go into what you're creating because it's the creator's, vision. So if you thought rope, then it takes a second, and then it goes from being a flat two-dimensional line and kind of takes the form of a rope. What color were you using? Purple?
It probably would have been the purple, yeah.
Yeah, so then you guys have a long purple rope about the length of the table, a piece of rope.
Oh, that's yeah. See,
Okay.
look, we knew exactly what it did. We just needed the arcane expert here to make sure that we understood exactly what its capabilities are. So, thank you for your service.
I've only heard about these. They're incredibly hard to get a hold of because most things would give off a magical aura. That rope, that weird curved line that you created would all just be flat as far as the magical look was concerned. She's going to kind of
No
side-eye
shit.
him in as she says that.
Marcus just looks straight at her and goes, in Elven, Nalia, can you confirm that?
Yeah, so her eyes...
Marcus will grab the rope and hold it down to her.
She doesn't boop it.
Oh, fuck me, you're right. He just sets it back up on the table.
I just imagine like the rope being like velvet texture for some reason because it said it was purple.
Oh, why is it so soft?
It's so soft.
There's no way you could climb this effectively. Master Aegis, you need to rethink this. But look at how cool it is, and I grab it by the end and just spin it around my head a few times.
I'll take a step back, and then what's the void box, as you called it? That was the other thing?
Yeah, it's like a bag of holding inside this box, but it's meant to contain the void sphere. Do not open the top. I'm not entirely sure what it will do now that the void sphere is in it, but yeah, you can give us the rundown. Also, you can't breathe in there, FYI.
Most extra dimensional spaces you wouldn't be able to.
He stuck his head in there.
Settle down. Some of us like to experiment, okay?
It's battled on you.
I'm installing cameras. Yeah, let me see it.
stuck his head in there.
She'll take it. She's gonna turn it over and give it a mundane look first.
All right, give me an
See if
Arcana
there's.
check.
Yep. Yeah. It was awful for me.
No, it's not. Yeah, so you would be able to make out the same thing as Marcus did. Just the single storage is what you'd be able to make out in Arcane.
Okay. Yeah, I'll throw. We're not going anywhere else today, right?
I'm fucking not. I'm sleepy.
I don't think we have any missions today, if that's what you mean.
Good. I'll spend another minute doing the non-ritual cast.
Okay. All right, so you would get. So you would get, as you start your ritual, or as you start your spell, you would start to realize that there's something very familiar about the properties, like the magical properties of this item. And your mind goes to your coffee cup. And you realize that this is a coffer of nearly endless storage. However, as you're looking it over, you are definitely able to tell that it is void tainted. There's where the dimension on the inside is usually just a little pocket dimension. This pocket dimension is actually made of void. And as you are doing this ritual, you also would feel the very, very strong sense of void magic, almost as though you were back on the plane of void. As you focus on and concentrate on it, nobody else feels it, it's just her while she's doing the spell.
Well, I can see why you thought the void sphere belongs in here.
It does. I'm very smart, and I figured that out all by myself.
Yeah, and he is right about that. You can confirm that it should be in there.
Yeah, no, that absolutely makes sense. I don't get any indication it would be bad to open it, right?
No. I mean, if you want to, like, investigate or something first, you can, but...
I can do that and then I'll turn away and... Really, Dice? This is supposed to be my job.
Stop shaking it. Stop shaking it.
I'm going to turn my back to the party so it's angled away and open it. Not open it towards me, open it away from me.
Okay. So, you open it, and you do... As you open it, the lid is a little bit hard to open at first. There's almost like a pull, like a suction, like what you felt when you were on the plane of void. However, when you look in there, you do see, you're probably doing like one of these. You do see the void sphere is in there, and it's just kind of floating and spinning. You don't feel like you're going to get sucked into it or anything, but you suspect putting your head in there right now is not a good idea. But the void sphere, it seems like it has activated while it is inside of there, and it's just spinning like it was in the creature's chest. But it seems stable.
So she'll turn back around with the open box. So this is interesting. You found a way to activate the void sphere.
Is that bad?
It seems... Oh, it seems stable, in fact. I would not recommend putting your head or any body parts inside this box.
No, definitely not. Marcus, he doesn't peek in, look in with his head in, but he just looks to see what she's seeing. And then very nonchalantly, I'm going to grab the 4 void shards off of the table, and I'm going to toss them in the box. Those should probably stay in there as well. All void things in the void box.
I mean,
watch.
it is...
Do they start to do a thing,
so,
or
they don't spin on their own? It's almost as though they get pulled into the gravitational pull of the sphere, and they are now circling the sphere almost like debris in space would circle a planet.
That'd be pretty if it wasn't so fucking terrifying.
Oh, it's scary. Definitely don't put your finger in there, but at least we've got a place to contain this fucking thing. Mistress Kira,
and we're gonna put that in the safe as well, right?
That's what I was
triple
going
safe
to
that
ask.
thing.
do you sense any protective incantations on this thing? Any runes on it that gives it the same protections as the things upstairs, or no?
Uh, Not that I sense. It's
Fine.
more like a tainted inverse of my coffee cup paired with a bag of holding.
Okay, so we keep it closed and locked, and we put the locked box in one of the safes with the other thing.
I have a question for the DM.
Okay.
This is an extra planar, extra dimensional space. These safes have similar properties. You don't put a bag of holding inside another bag of holding unless you want to make a bag of holding nuke. Question
That
mark,
is true.
DM?
It'll blow up a whole plane of fucking existence.
Yes. So give me an Arcana check.
Please roll high.
Well,
Oh, it'll be okay. Don't worry about it. No, it's fine.
Boom.
Campaign over.
That? I think Monk going to kind of break.
You cut
You're
out.
muted, Lucy.
Did not.
Whoa! I thought that was a 2.
There we go.
God damn.
What were you saying, Lucy, before I reveal the answer?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. You just like cut out like mid sentence. So
It's probably because my Wi-Fi is not great over here. Mishkira shit is tainted. Don't you think that maybe it could? I don't know if it could taint the other boxes.
That's a good question, too.
that's a good question, but it is contained within its own box, which is magically protected, at least in a very mild form. She also said it seems stable, so that's a good thing. If it was erratic, I'd be worried.
Well, the void sphere seemed to be determined. The void sphere was stable. The bit of plain pocket dimension that's contained within this coffer is what's void tainted. The actual box itself is just a passageway, so to speak.
Right. So that nat 20 then.
Right. So the nat 20. So you actually typically you cannot put a storage container of that, the black hole, the whatever, can't go inside of a bag of holding because it could completely implode or explode. You don't know, you don't want to know. However, because of the taint that is on this box, which is void, which is nothing, you feel very confident that it would be okay. It seems as though the box is acting as a total barrier between this plane and the plane of void.
She continues, in fact, because it's a passageway and not strictly like a typical extraplanar space, it shouldn't. In fact, I'm
Go night night.
99.378% confident that if we were to put this coffer inside one of the safes, despite them both being sort of extraplanar spaces, it won't rip apart this part of existence as we know it.
Well,
All that shit went way over my head. I mean, I'm just gonna take your word for this one.
Don't put extraplanar spaces inside extraplanar spaces. Don't stack bags of holding. This one's void, not actually a true extraplanar space. As long as the box stays closed and locked and it's never opened inside the safe, it should be fine.
so why don't we do this just to ensure that we have absolutely no issue? Why don't we move the 2 gems we have now into the same safe and put this one by itself closed up in its own safe, just in fucking case. We only have 2 more of these things to get, so better safe than sorry at this point, yes?
I
And
got
I-
a joke.
I can
Safe, sorry.
add. She refuses to acknowledge the dad joke. I can lay another glyph today if we want, but then I'm not going to be good for much else.
I don't think we're concerned about the glyph situation. We are concerned about the situation of this box creating an extra-dimensional explosion that's going to wipe us all out of existence. So you do what you have to do as far as the protectives are concerned. At this point, in my opinion, moot. My point here is that we move gem A to gem B, or crystal A to crystal B, and then we put this one by itself until we get another piece of the puzzle, and then we worry about that problem. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
lay a glyph, do it. Oh, are you okay? What the fuck was that?
What the hell was that?
Did somebody just... Were you two okay? Aegis and Bonkin, was that one of you two? That was
That
fucking
was
weird.
me. That was me doing push to talk at the worst possible time. So I
Good
apologize.
fucking God.
What was that? Was that your dog? Did you burp?
That sounded
Eat a
like a
fucking
Serac
Tums.
entered your fucking room.
Jesus.
Yeah. Good God.
Get some
door
hell in your
opened.
throat there?
That gave me a start.
For a second, I thought somebody nuked Wisconsin, and it was just fucking over for you. You had about 4 seconds to breathe, and that was done.
I thought somebody was starting a really, really like deep screamo song.
Right?
Yeah!
So because it's push to talk, it bypasses all of my peripheral noise cancellation things. So sorry.
All right.
Alex
death
says
metal,
my
what's up?"
bad.
No, it's good. Alex, you okay, my man? Because, like, we can get you fucking help. Like, the help... I know the number to your local fucking fire
I think
department.
they're good now. It sounds like it got out. Whatever.
Jesus Christ.
They say no, the demon's out. We're good.
Okay, good. Cast the demons out. Gems. The 2 gems we have go in the same box. The new void fucking box goes in its own little happy hole, right? Alright, right.
Yeah. Do that.
Alright. I'm
Sounds
gonna move
good.
these things around just a little bit.
And Marcus, take a take a DM inspiration. For
I
that.
don't. I've had one for
You haven't,
fucking
okay.
2 or 3 seconds.
I'll take it for you if you want.
You can have it. I don't roll fucking good on them anyway, so.
Those are never good.
I'll take them in case I have to do thinky things later. I should get one for having to put up with a demon.
Okay, well, this has been very enlightening. The only other thing we had, Mistress Kira, was this pitcher made of stone with some sort of garden imagery on it. And then I also found, just so you are all aware, there's this small rose-colored gem. I just lay it on the table. I assume it's just... I should stop assuming. He picks it up and holds it down to Min, and he says in Elven, Nalia, can you...
Okay, Min, is that you that I feel buzzing in the back of my brain? Is she in Elven?
Sorry, what were you holding down to?
The rose-colored gem. Yeah, and Marcus will look behind him at Kira when she says it and goes, yes, of course it is.
She does not boop the gems.
Okay, I figured it was normal, and he sets it down and he pats her on the head. You can let that spell go now, thank you.
Her eyes, the blue will stick around for just a second, as she sits and you can she looks over at you and then she lets it go.
And we stop concentrating?
Yeah. But your spell slot did get used.
You're welcome for our service. So he kind of pushes the gem towards Aegis. Master Aegis, you're pretty good with gem stuff. You know what? Actually, I apologize. That's kind of racist. I just assume because you're one of the small folk that I just constantly
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
you to dwarves.
You don't use the word small folk anymore, bro.
Okay, midget. What the fuck do you want me to... What do we use now?
I don't know. I was just
You were just
joshing
being
about
that
it.
guy.
I was just being that
Mr.
guy.
Tempest, son of a bitch. No, but can anybody figure out what the value of this thing might be?
I was about to say, I can try if you want. Most of my knowledge mainly comes from the fact that I know a guy.
That's okay with me too. If you know a guy, we can know a guy to...
Yeah, I was about to say, you know the guy already. We've been on over.
Oh! That's right, we have, yes. But see, here's the thing. I'm always afraid that if I walk into a church, I implode. You walk into a church, lights shine.
It's true.
Does Oshbencher's
Well-
temple count?
I was about to say, a
Mm,
temple
You know, it's kind of a
is,
church.
honestly, it's a bit of a step above a church, if we're being perfectly honest.
It's a cathedral. Was it a cathedral? I don't know technically what that would be. Anyways, if anybody wants to try to guess the value, fuck, I can look at it. I just grab it away from him again, and I just look at it. Do I know anything about this fucking
Go ahead
gem?
and
I
give
don't
an
know.
900.
investigation check. 900.
Oh, I'm good. I'm actually. Oh, I'm good at investigation, but I rolled a 2.
Use your DM inspiration.
No, you know what? No, I'm not even gonna waste my fucking breath. I'm saving that DM inspiration for when I fucking level, so when I throw my hit dice terribly, I can re-roll it, which I'll probably roll a 2 and a 2. I set it down and I go, fuck me, probably worth somewhere
My turn.
around 900 gold or so. Somebody else can take a look though and maybe just help me out.
I'll look. I don't think I do.
Let's have everybody
Oh,
look. We'll see who
probably-
rolls the highest.
Yeah, Bonkum was also about to go. I probably won't get it, but I'll give it a try.
Am I rolling for Min?
Yeah, you could roll for Min. She ain't gonna be able to tell you how much it's worth.
I don't know if she can cast my spells.
We rolled for Supple.
Yeah, go ahead.
Zoople's probably getting a nat 20 this bitch.
Most.
Oh, he rolled the highest!
He did.
Oh, man!
That makes sense. He's a little dragon. It's a
Oh,
dragon.
actually, wait, no, that was wisdom, not intelligence. Well, it's only a +1, so
Oh,
it would have been 18 instead.
same.
Everybody's getting 18. Yeah.
All right.
Except for the one person who's supposed to be fantastic at that.
Okay, so
I think mine's
Just
appropriate.
14s and 18s all around,
Yeah.
almost.
So, I'd say the yeah, the 18s. You'd be able to recognize this as a star rose quartz, and they're typically worth between 25 and 50 gold. Bonkin.
I think you're right, Mr. Marcus. Looks about like 900 or so.
Not even close, guys. Not even close.
But if we pitched it as 900, you think we could sell
They
it?
would laugh us out of the shop. Tempest, you've got the same look. You're thinking, what, 30, 40 goldish?
Yeah, we could probably talk them up to like 50, but yeah, I don't even think I could schmooze somebody up to 900.
I convinced a void dragon to help us fight a time dragon. You think that fucking anything is impossible?
still can't
I
believe
think
it.
a void dragon is friendlier than a shopkeeper that you're asking to part with her.
Those
Yeah.
pawn shop guys are nasty. Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't even want to
Next
think about
boss.
this thing. So Marcus just kind of like shoves it to the middle of the table. Somebody take this fucking thing.
I'll take it. All right. Yoink.
There you go.
You know, if
Ma-
we inset that into, if you get me some silver, or we could probably make a nice necklace for your girl.
Ooh. I love it. How much silver do you need?
25 gold necklace.
necklace?
Seems kind of
Do you
fucking
need like
cheap.
do you need like 6,000 silver?
Oh, you think those expensive necklaces actually have gems that are worth all that much? No, it's all in the craftsmanship.
I'm just talking about raw material because I have 6,000 silver.
Yeah, I
Or
could
are you
melt
t-
some of that. So I could melt some of that down.
We
Throw
have
up
a
some chains.
forge and crucible here in the house.
No, you can leave town and get one. Also, I have heat metal.
Please do not burn this place down. I have paid for a year of our accommodations.
Do you
I mean, we
have
explode-proofed
insurance?
her room, right?
What is insurance? What is insurance? Mistress Kira, what the fuck is insurance?
It's if a place gets exploded, then they pay you for it.
Why would they do that?
So if we
It's
blow up our house, we get paid for this?
not if you get caught blowing it up. That's called
So we'll
fraud.
be sneaky about. Oh,
So they only pay it if it's an accident type of deal. Gotcha.
If
so
they
we make it
conclude
look
that
like
it's
an
an
accident,
accident,
right?
that they send in specialists for that, though.
Let's do a little cocaine. Let's commit some tax fraud
No.
or some insurance
No.
fraud. Let's do this.
No.
What the fuck?
We haven't even started talking about taxes yet.
Fuck, I like this timeline. Let's go. Alright, on a serious note, Master Aegis, do you think you can make us some punch in this stoneware ewer painted with garden imagery? At some point, not today or anything. Just figure
Oh,
maybe you could use it.
I could use it around here for something, I'm sure.
Alright, I push that over. I'm just trying to get rid of all the shit in my notes.
Where you, Min, switches to Elvin. You checked that? It's not magical?
Yes, she did.
She'll kind of when she can hear the tone in your voice that's very much a sister to sister, not a creator to creation. You'll see her she kind of like looks away from you and looks over toward Marcus, and Marcus says yes she did, and then she just kind of looks back to you.
She's gonna take a deep breath and just, good job. She has the I'm not winning this fight, I'm just gonna surrender now.
I do feel like at some point you guys got to teach me what you're talking about, because I think Mr. Tempest understands, because I've heard him speak it, and
He's so left out.
Miss Min and Kira does, and then now so does Marcus. That kind of just leaves me in ages.
I'll teach you
Marcus
some
is
words,
common.
buddy.
Do you really not know Elven? I thought everybody knew Elven. It's like the most basic language you could possibly learn, although it is the fucking
Well, no, common
hardest.
is the basic language.
Marcus rolls his head back and in Abyssal just goes, oh, fuck me.
Did I learn that one?
Did you? Did you learn my fucking magic language, you bastard?
No, I
Magic
didn't. I
language.
didn't.
Oh, no, I take it back. It's not Abyssal anyways, it's Infernal.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Damn it, I was hoping you did.
I'm adding the gem and 100 silver to my inventory for the record.
No,
Miss Kira.
I only learned Dwarvish.
From Tempest.
I don't know Elvish either.
Yeah. We can
All right,
change that.
I picked up some goblin along the way. I know some gnomish, some elvish. Well, Aranor taught me the elvish part just because I was sick of your little private conversations. And primordial.
Wow, your patron's a fucking snoop. Cool.
Well, she likes the gossip every once in a while, you know.
I'm not entirely surprised, considering who she makes pacts with. No offense, but I know.
I'm taking
you
it's
like
true.
to gab,
No,
you
it's
like to
fair.
gossip.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
If you'll excuse me, Marcus grabs the Openser sconce, excuse me, by the crotch and picks it up. I need to go install this in my room. Oh, really quick, by the way, now that we've got the Void Sphere, and he grabs the box, I'll put this upstairs, by the way, we need to start thinking about the temporal anchor. So, just maybe start doing some mental digging or some physical interweb digging, if you can.
I have some notes when we want to discuss.
Well, fuck me. I set everything back down. Okay, go ahead.
We can rest first. That's probably
No,
more
let's
significant.
just get the information out and then go to
God
sleep.
damn it! I have to
It's
scroll.
It's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I can't fucking sleep now anyways.
I would have used rituals.
We don't have anything going on anyways. We all need to sleep.
Bonk.
Okay,
Take out his
so-
phone and start texting someone while listening.
Temporal anchors are theoretical constructs that are hypothesized to stabilize very specific points in time in order
Hold up. Dumb that shit way down. And then he does this towards Bonkin. Everybody needs to understand.
Oh.
That will be appreciated.
temporal anchors serve as clamps for the timelines to keep them from going all spaghetti-like. There are a couple of zones in New Haven, specifically around the historic district and near the Long Wharf, that have had readings that would indicate above average temporal stability. I don't know how to make that one simpler. There's a couple of places in town that seem like they could be key points where this could be, because their time's less wonky than a lot of places are.
How the hell do you
There's
determine time wonkiness when you're just walking around in everyday life?
by their chronometric resonance.
I apologize for asking. Continue.
So
Wait, is that like when you go into a room and you forget completely while you're there? Is that like when like time kind of goes all wonky on you?
so it could be. That could either just be you being very tired or having other things on your mind, or it could be a microscopic example of temporal distortion. And one of the ways that increased chronometric resonance can be identified is people go in and they have more or less of those weird moments. They'll have more deja vu, or um, their memory will suddenly kick up and they'll be able to think of things far in the past as if it was just yesterday. There's they're weird, but they're weird in the way that you perceive them. That's usually a mundane sign of increased chronometric resonance. And I've narrowed it down as best I can tell to two places in New Haven where this could be. I don't know what the temporal anchor would look like. I know that there are specific materials and architectural designs that might have an influence on it, but I don't know for sure what it would look like. I just have two potential areas where it could be.
That was astute and absolutely wonderfully said. And
You
more
said one
information
in
than I
Long
had.
Wharf?
The Long Wharf and the Historic District.
She nods.
That's interesting because the only information I had about this thing in my own research is that it was potentially that this item is potentially used to manipulate a market or potentially create a stock market, whatever the fuck that is.
I love him so much.
Oh, right,
It's-
that's the thing. Yeah.
Stock markets are kind of like hypothetical markets that the entire economy bases their, well, economy on.
So
That would be very interesting because a stock market's all about predictions and reactions to movements of things. If someone was using a temporal anchor to manipulate time, ooh, that's interesting. But I don't know where any strong finance buildings would be in town. I would have to cross-reference them.
Marcus just flips down his visor and he's gonna type in New Haven stock market. Enter.
Okay, so
Maybe he'd add near me because he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
okay, if you add near me, so it'll give you an address.
And I'm specifically looking for either somewhere in Long Wharf, where whatever the fuck the Long Wharf is. I assume that's down near the lake, or whatever the other one was. The
Historic district.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, you would get an address in Long Wharf for a broker, like a broker's office. It's an investments office, is really what it comes down to, financial office.
Oh, well, this is interesting. Marcus flips his visor up. There's a financial broker somewhere in Long Wharf. Actually, I have the address.
The name, sorry, is Money Maven. Money Maven. Maven.
Excuse me, Money Maven in Long Wharf, financial broker. I typed in, or I searched for stock exchange near me in New Haven, and that's what came up, and that was the only hit. Although there's some weird things. Stock exchange, thought exchange. Don't want that. Oh, what is
Nope,
that?
nope. It sounds like you found exactly what you needed.
Oh,
Could
okay.
I request we go there tomorrow, though, instead of
Oh,
today?
yes, because I am incapable of doing anything aside from potentially allowing us to slowly fall off the top of a fucking building that we yeet ourselves off of because I'm out of everything else. Oh, actually, I could rest us all if we wanted to go today. It's still pretty early.
Didn't you do
That's-
that earlier?
I did, and that's the sacrifice I'm willing to make if we want to go today. If not, that's all right too.
I didn't. Wow, I didn't. The fact that you can do that multiple, that is impressive.
Well, it's because I think Agnes gives him the restoration after the thing.
Yeah, Marcus turns around. Yes,
Kind
anus
of bounces it all out.
Honest, Ani,
They're the worst.
I do get
Definitely
the
not
restoration.
anus.
Nope, I missed. We could be all right, but if we need to take a nap, I'm fine with that too. There's no problem on my end.
Marcus.
I mean, I'd like to go see Gail at some point too today, but
No, yeah, I'll go do push-ups while you get your freak on.
If you want, Mr. Marcus, we can go for a run.
You fucking don't have to tell me twice. Sorry, DM.
No, that's all right. So you would see, like when you were looking that up, you would see a bunch of letters, and then it would say A Tech, ATEK, and it would have like a green arrow pointing up. And it would say, sorry, I'm trying to find it in my notes here. 360.74.
Okay.
So, and it's in green letters when you do that Google search, or Goggle search.
Okay, so Marcus is going to say, I don't want to use the magic paint we just got, but does somebody have, like, crayons?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
chalk?
I've got chalk, I've got a pen, I've got paper. What do you want?
Markers. I need something with green.
Yeah, one moment. Let me scroll for a second. I might actually have what you need there.
It's true, she may.
Oh, actually, you know what? No, hang on. No, I take that back. I'm not going to waste my time with that. Marcus just puts his hand over the table. Candace, I forgot I even fucking had this, to be honest with you guys. I'm going to use my, Tiefling Thaumaturgy spell. And I am going to scroll that in green across the table, like across the kitchen table in front of us.
Okay.
So I will just, you guys will see his hand go out, and there'll be like flames, like green flames, kind of ignite from all of his fingertips on his right hand, and he kind of traces this out. This A Tech, a green arrow pointing up, 360.74, all in green. And I'll hold concentration for the minute.
what was that?
I'm gonna immediately throw that into Goggle.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So this is something that I forgot I had seen near my search in Bubble.
So when you
I don't know if it means anything, but it looked very different from everything else.
Yeah, so when you type that in to Goggle, Kira, you see there's a news article that will come up. You'll see the same thing that Marcus did. And it specifically says like stock market with it. But then underneath there's a news article, and it's titled Astral Tech announces breakthrough in renewable energy.
I'm going to start reading it out loud, or whatever you're about to tell me, be it
Okay.
Cliff's Notes
Yeah,
or
I'll
the
send-
actual article.
I can send you
That
the
way I can
article.
type.
Yeah, I'll send you the article because I actually went out of my way to make sure I had it. So,
Perfect. You said it's Astral Tech?
Yes, AST. Well, you'll see it in a second. It's ASTR.
Oh, that's the stock price for Astral Tech. It looks like they're all in the news right now.
Do we need to? Is it this Astral Tech place we need to go to? Do you think, or Money Maven? We can't hear you, Kat. You're cutting out real bad.
Okay, testing, maybe.
We can. Yeah, it's a little robotic in the beginning, but we can still hear you.
Okay, I'll take it slow and hope that it works.
We got you.
I think we should start at Money Mavens because that was the first indicator of where of the chronometric resonance being increased. However, Astral Tech has apparently released their latest innovation, Ethereum reactors. Where on earth have we heard Ethereum before? Looks over her shoulder towards the vault room. Also, oh, this is interesting. We've got a timeline. They're set to power up an Ethereum reactor next month to power the entire city. I don't like that at all.
Bet you they fucking won't when we get our hands on them. Marcus flips his visor down, and I search Astral Tech New Haven near me. I'm just looking for their headquarters, so I've got a spot on the map.
Okay, yeah, hold on. Let me pull up my map, and I will go through that with you in 1 second.
Actually, can you go through the? Sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna ask if you were cool if I still read some of the highlights of this as you were looking.
Yeah, I won't. I won't speak. Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go.
It looks like they're being protested by some local environmental groups that don't like. They have expressed concerns about the unknown impact of large-scale Ethereum extraction as the crystals are linked to delicate ecosystems. Also, they are trying to extend human lifespans. So that screams mega corporation villainy and temporal anchors.
That's strange. Why would humans want to live longer? Their lives are already miserable. They're humans.
That's fair.
Don't tell Master Zachary I said that.
I mean, he seemed to be pretty joyous when he was bombing around in that monster truck of his.
Oh, for sure. But Master Tempest, we pay him a lot of money.
Yeah.
So
On top of that, it was pretty fun riding around in that thing.
Yeah, that's not a lie. It was actually a lot of fun.
Debatable. It was really loud, guys, and it was really bumpy.
It was also a lot less fun when you kept like leaping out of your seat, Mr. Aegis, despite me fastening your seatbelt.
That was actually one of the fun parts.
It gave me a heart attack. I'm too old for that.
So,
I closed my
it's
tab
sirens. Okay. Yeah, I've got it pulled up here. Yeah. Actually, let me hold on. I'll pull it up on the stream.
That's the only way I can see it.
Hold on 1 sec.
Unless you give me very exact coordinates.
Yeah. Well, so what I was gonna tell you is the very bottom left, the building that is like a rectangle and it looks like it's 20, that is pointing down to it right next to on your map where it says New Haven.
Yeah, the one just to the right
Yes.
of that? The one that you said it looks like an L?
Yeah, it looks like an L.
Looks like an L
Yep.
facing me. Okay, that one is...
That one is Astral Tech.
Okay, give me 1 sec. Got it. And the Mavens
So Maven's
on Long Wharf.
yeah, I keep trying to ping this and you can't see it. So Maven's so down where the abandoned power plant was.
Got
Okay,
it.
so
Yep.
there's like trees there.
Got him.
Just above that, there's a red building.
Which to the left or
To the right.
To the right.
Yeah,
Got it.
that's
That one.
the building.
Got
It's
it,
next
got
to
it.
the 2.
Yep, got it.
Okay. We did it, guys.
See, when you have a very specific map and very specific directions, I can do very
Yeah.
specific things. Okay, and that was Money Maven.
Money Maven. Yep.
Got him. Thank you.
I was pulling it up on. I pulled your map up so that I could use like the terms on your map. So, all right. Thank you for keeping that map up to date too.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. So, Marcus will kind of like now wave his hand, and the green. You'll see the green fingertips kind of flicker out, and the green on the table flickers out with the smoke that kind of stinks like eggs, like sulfur. I'm going to maybe go for a quick
Sorry,
run
did you
with...
fart?
Yes, probably. I can't believe you can smell it through the suit. Sorry about that.
Rotten
Master
eggs all of a
Bonkin?
sudden.
Oh, you were probably smelling the infernal fire from the thaumaturgy magic. Sorry about that.
Is that what the infernal realm smells
That would
like all the
explain
time?
a lot.
It smells like that quite a bit, yes, which is why people don't fancy going there. Master Bonkin, I'll run. We can't hear you, bud. Still can't hear you. Oh, okay, sorry. I saw you talk after I said that, and I was like, oh fuck, he pushed the button and
It's not
panicked.
working.
Oh, he gone.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, there we go.
There you are.
My Wi-Fi is being fantastic.
Damn it, Africa. No, just kidding.
Yeah, I was about to say in character. I said, "Yeah, sure, ready to go." But I was gonna also say out of character. Candace, you was gonna pull up the map, and then audio just completely cut, and then I like it came back the second you were talking about like I think Marcus's farts.
We were talking about our farts, yes. And infernal fire and magic. Right. So we are going to go for a run. May or may not last longer or shorter than you anticipate. But we'll reconvene tomorrow morning for breakfast and to head down towards Money Maven. And he kind of looks to Kira and like expectingly.
If that works, I'm gonna see if I can put together a chronometer. I think I'm gonna see if I can put together a chronometer today.
Isn't that just a watch? Or a clock?
Does your
Isn't
watch
that
measure the resonance?
No.
I'm sure we
Marcus
could
looks
probably
at Bonkin.
find a company that sells some really fancy watches like that.
And
That's above us.
it might be worth searching, but I trust what I make more than I trust what I can buy in 6 hours of notice. So
Which is funny because she waits 2 weeks for all of her computers. Let's go, Master Bonkin. And I stand up.
Right. Bonkin policy.
She's like,
Time to run. See you all tomorrow morning. Good luck.
I
Oh,
have-
wait.
Okay,
oh,
bye,
fuck
enjoy
me.
your
Hold on,
run.
hold on,
Oh,
hold
God,
on.
what,
No, no, no,
what?
no. He's holding the void box still, and he turns around and, like, runs back upstairs. Hang on, I'll be right back.
Don't
Oh,
shake
yeah,
it.
don't go onto the street with that.
Min, are you wanting to go for a run, or do you want to help me experiment with unknown technology?
Min's
Uh,
always
sh-
welcome to join us if she wants.
So Min would sort of like rub against Bonkin's legs, but head with Kira. She'd head out with Kira.
All right, Sheila and Min and or Miss Min. Yeah, I can't. Sorry.
Min, please.
I'm gonna-
Min.
She's gonna hold out the bacon ahead of her as she walks by, so she can grab it. and
Yeah, she
follow
would
Kira.
as she walks. She doesn't even miss a beat.
She's not Min. It's really weird when she starts acting up and clawing at the bed.
All right, Candace, I don't have a shard for it up here, but just for your notice, I'm pinging it. That's where I'm putting the other two crystals. I'm taking the one out of the right and putting it in the left, and then I'm putting the void box, the void shard box, or the void sphere box by itself. And the 4 void shards we have are also in that box.
Got it. All right.
That I'm also gonna drop off. I'm gonna stop in my room really quick and put the penis sconce on my bed really quick, just so I'm
Okay.
not running with that, because that would just be kind of weird.
I'm gonna get a box that we can use to put in that.
Oh, shit, sorry. Okay. Whew. Well, that was my pre-workout. Master Bonkin,
Hi,
are
you're
we
already out
ready?
of breath. You just ran up the stairs.
Settle down. Let's see you do this. And okay, whatever. He turns around and looks at Min in Elven. He'll say, Nalia, are you coming or are you staying?
She's chomping on some bacon, and she'll rub against your legs, but then she walks toward Kira.
Okay, suit yourself. Here we go.
All right, so
All right,
Marcus
ready when you are.
Marcus and Bonkin are heading out for a run. Aegis, is there anything that you wanted to, anything specific you wanted to do?
Yes, but it would be like on his phone type
Oops,
things
never
for
got
the most
Kira.
part.
Okay. Okay. If you want to send me a message or something, you're more than welcome to. Sorry, I just realized Kira wasn't on the map that whole time.
I moved myself into my room and then you moved me away. Wow.
Sorry. Move yourself again. Okay, so you're gonna send a message, and then Tempest, anything that you are going to be doing?
Tempest would, first clean himself up and then take the bottle of wine first he'd message Gail and talk to her, hopefully, and try to set up like a date. And then if she's available, he would grab the bottle of wine, stop at a store or something like that, grab like a picnic or something like that, and like do like a day in the park kind of thing, or
Oh,
like
that's nice.
like a dinner in the park kind of deal.
Okay. All right. Yeah, she would definitely make herself available for that too. And she does comment on the wine. She comments that just basically like you didn't go cheap on the wine, and she appreciates that. So that indicates it's a pretty expensive wine.
Never go cheap for me, baby.
God,
It's weird.
that's weird.
Imagine it sounded cooler than my awkward ass self. There you go. And that's Tempest.
That was good.
I peed all over my leg.
I'd like to think he sent that whole thing, and then afterwards he just said, "That sounded cooler in my head." I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't go cheap on you, baby.
You know what? Let's just strike that from the record. Never happened.
It's too late.
Yeah, I was about to say, you broke the DM. That is forever going to be a part of it.
Okay. So, and all I can hear is Xavier laughing in the other room because he still has his headset on.
Yeah, and you made me pee on my leg a little bit, dude, because I laughed so hard that I gyrated forward, and that was a bad business. That's what I get for wearing my fucking headset, because I heard and it wasn't funny until you were like, I'd never go cheap on you, baby. And I was like, God damn it. But we're good. I'm all cleaned up.
Sorry, I messed up your aim, buddy.
No, it's okay.
Okay. Bonkin, I will answer your texts. I was in the process of doing so. I'll get them sent to you. And I will look at your thing as well, Aegis. Tempest is going on a date. Okay, so for the sake of brevity, you guys go for your run. You have a successful date. Aegis, I'm going to get back to you. Your first one made me laugh. Give me an intelligence check with advantage. Oh, hey. So, man, I was gonna make that really funny, but you're able to you figure it out no problem. I mean, you're like, I've seen Kira do this plenty of times with her phone, so, and you're able to just, you find the right app and you do it. That, if you hadn't rolled a nat 20, that could have been really fun. So then for the other one, Apothecary actually comes up in that search. And I will, hold on, I gotta look up the names of my stores so that I don't say the wrong thing. Okay, and then so Apothecary, and then you see like I don't remember what we were calling it, but a social media page of somebody who does that privately as well. They have their own business that it's a private page. It's called Stitchcraft. Stitchcraft tailoring. Okay, so everybody kind of gets back, and you guys get back to quarters, and now everybody's truly exhausted because it's no longer 3:30 in the afternoon, and you're actually going to be able to take a rest. I'm assuming Aegis would make dinner and that kind of thing.
Yeah, he would have had dinner ready and everything.
Okay, perfect. You guys did run for a long time.
Also, just as a quick point of note, Aegis would have taken the time to go ahead and take Alan, and Alan will be the one that's actually resting on the bed. Aegis will just go ahead and take the chair like he usually does.
Okay, and just from out of curiosity, so you guys didn't gentle repose him or anything, right?
No,
Man,
we
he's
haven't yet.
rotten.
Okay, I thought so. I thought that was the case. Here I can.
He's getting gooey, isn't he?
Yo, why the fuck did you say it like that?
Actually, I want to see.
He's gooing all over his bed.
Ah!
No.
I was waiting for that day.
Yes.
I was waiting for it.
Kevin G never change.
Did he already void his bowels, or is it happening now?
Oh, that was done when we beat his head with the maces with flails.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
At least I hope so. Otherwise,
All right, you should have control of the body, Aegis.
yeah, that's fucking. Oh, so are we clear then? It is actually the body, like it is now the body of his brother.
Yeah.
There is no void, nothing in it.
No, it's just the body of his brother at this point.
Like the symbiote kind of like fell off, right, and kind of like melted away.
Yeah. The form, because again, if you remember, the description was it was in two places at once. It was sort of like he managed to separate himself and stay in this place, and the other one was still kind of doing its thing. And then it died.
Sorry to interrupt, but during our run, because I did look in my inventory and I did remember, can I buy like a fish tank?
Oh yeah.
Oh god, the fishes!
Yeah, thankfully it has.
I'd like to think I'm pretty sure I said last time that I put the fish in my room, and then put Aegis' brother in his room.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully
I would like
your
to buy
run
an
didn't
actual
last
tank.
more than 4 hours.
Yeah, I would think at least you could make it over there if Marcus didn't want to go with on that excursion.
Are you kidding me? If we're running, I'm about to outrun his ass in full plate. So let's go.
Yeah.
And I'll carry the tank back if I need to.
What size tank are you going for?
Or we could just shoulder it together and double run it like two firefighters with a ladder.
Coffin dance all the way back.
Fuck yeah! Speaking of coffin dance, we should probably pick one of those up too. Because fucking Aegis has got a corpse in his room.
Well, I don't know if I have enough money for a coffin, but I might have enough on me for a tank.
I got a lot of money.
I have like 200 on my person.
Oh, I carried all my coin with me. I am weighed the fuck down.
What?
Put it in the bank?
Fuck no, when did we have time to put it in the bank? We literally just got back. I was passing all the coin out.
That is fair.
Nobody's had time to put it in the bank.
It's true.
I have a safe in my room. That's where Bonkin puts all of his money.
Mm-hmm.
You are your own bank. Bankin'. It's the bankin' bonkin'.
Bankin' bonkin'.
And back.
Oh, so what size?
Yeah.
Like what size fish tank are you wanting to get?
Oh, right. Sorry, we completely got derailed. Medium, please.
Medium.
Because I only
okay,
have a
so-
bunch of small fish.
So I'd say like a 55-gallon, probably.
Actually, I should probably buy one small one for the Siamese fighting fish alone, and then a medium one for the rest.
Probably a really good idea, Bonkin. That's probably a real good
God.
idea.
Their day you'd
It's
only
a
have
fucking-
one fish.
It's a bloodbath.
So for the medium-sized one, it will be 150 gold, And then for the smaller one, which is a 20-gallon one, that is going to be 60 gold.
That's 10 gold over what I'm carrying.
Oh no.
Does it, like, when you're talking to this person as we're, I'm assuming, panting and fucking sweating profusely through our armor, well, me wearing armor, like, do you count all your money out and just go, uh-oh, or, like, do you just not say anything about it?
No, I think Bonkin is like the talkative type, so he'll be like, "Oh, it seems I'm 10 short. I'm sorry."
Oh, Master Bonkin, he, silly him. He forgot to, and I'll sling the backpack over and I'll open it up and I'll count out, I'll just count out 50 gold and I'll put it on the table. So sorry for the mishap here. Master Bonkin forgot that I actually owed him money for saving my fucking life fighting a void dragon. And I wink at the guy.
It's a kid behind the counter. He's like, like a teenager, 17, 18 years old. He's a human. He'll look down and he'll say, well, and he'll count 40 back and slide it. He'll start to slide it toward you, Marcus, and then he'll like...
Yeah, Marcus grabs his hand and he says, I'm good at math. And he pushes it back. Get yourself through college, but not that fucking wizard college here in town. Get out while you can.
Okay. He looks nervous as hell. So he doesn't fight you on taking your change, but he does kind of slide it over to the side. And then he hands it over the receipt to Bonkin, and he says, "Okay, well, thank you, sir," to you, Marcus, and then to Bonkin he says, "Make sure you clean it regularly." But he seems like he's supposed to have a whole spiel to go through, and he's way too nervous to go through it.
Marcus is looking endearingly at him, just like, yep.
Do you know how to clean it? Is it like a process? I'm
Is there a magic brush?
Actually,
Do we plug it into the wall wizards, or...
Actually, hold on. And he like runs off down an aisle, where you guys got the tanks from. And he comes back and he's got some bottles and some brushes, and he slides it across. And it looks like he's doing math in his head.
How much for those?
No, it's gonna come with the set. It's gonna come with it.
Oh, well, what are you counting for? I can see you whispering numbers. Sorry, that sounded much creepier than I anticipated, but it's true.
Well, because you already paid for it, and he'll like...
No, that's for you, for your service. How much do we owe you for that?
Okay,
20 gold sound good?
Sure, yes.
Done. Marcus starts counting out 20 more gold.
You know, you really are a great businessman, Mr. Marcus. I don't know why Miss Kira said we should keep quiet.
See? And he kind of slaps Bonkin's chest. See, this is what I'm saying. If you just make the people happy, they will make you happy too. Who the fuck needs coin in this reality? We're all going to die.
The kid's eyes get really big when you say that, and he's just looking back and forth between the two of you, and he says, "Okay, make sure you clean it often. You can just follow the instructions on the back of the bottle."
Oh, thank you so much. I hope you have a good day.
You too.
Thank you so much for your service.
Thank you so much too.
As we're carrying the two massive fish tanks out, I mean, I'm assuming we can shoulder them?
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, okay. So Marcus looked back. Remember what I said. College, not New Haven. Somewhere big.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There's like a older woman wearing the same vest, like she clearly works there, and she's just like watching you as you walk out the door.
You too. It's never too late to learn. I'll just leave.
Okay.
I've embarrassed myself enough.
I love that.
On the way back, Bonkin will probably... I closed the fucking window again. I keep accidentally pressing W. I am sorry.
Get a different push to talk button.
I should. Bonkin will thank Marcus for the money, as well as just kind of saying, I would like to bring some of the money back to where we came from, because I do need to, one, pay for my house, and two, try and get a new fishing license, because I couldn't get that because the money.
Okay. Marcus stops and he sets his fish tank down and he flips the backpack over. Let me see your coin sack. How much do you need for everything that you need in the past?
All my money is at the house. I only brought like 200 with me.
That's not what I asked. How much do you need right now? I can give you what I have if it will help you in your home life in the past. Because you just spent how much? How much did you just spend? Right? You're saying that you need to take some money back to the past. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, open your bag.
All right. How much do I need, Candace? Because I don't think we ever actually discussed this.
Nah, Marcus just starts pouring coins. You can add Lucy to your inventory, and then you just add, I don't know how you do your thing, so this is what you get poured. So all of my money is 12 plat, 214 gold, 1,512 silver, and 605 copper. Okay. And that's every coin that he knocks out. Probably 3 or 4 copper bounces off the ground, and he grabs them and he goes, "Fuck, sorry, they almost got away." Better than Electrum, am I right?
I think Bonkin is kind of stunned, because he's not used to. I mean, he knows Marcus doesn't care about money, but he doesn't think it's like that he just give it away like this. Despite seeing it again and again, it's just a shock to him. And he'll just go, "Thank you again, Mr. Marcus. I really appreciate it. I'll try and
Stop talking. We need to get these fish home. They're going to die. Let's go, Master Bonkin."
Oh, right, yeah, going. He'll just kind of shut.
Yeah, he shoulders the fish tank, and about halfway back to the house, he'll go, "You're trying to what, by the way, in the past?"
Oh, I'm trying to, because I have a lot of debt on my house, because I couldn't pay, because I couldn't fish, because of the whole no magic thing. They were too busy with that, so I couldn't renew me fishing license.
Marcus will kind of smile, and he'll kind of like slap Bonkin in the chest again, kind of like jovially, and he'll say, "Well, listen, even if I don't get back to the past, or I don't get back to your version of the past, make sure that you tell them that you earned every fucking coin by fishing in the Void Sea. And let them be the ones that are laughing fucking stocks of your time. And prove it with your fish. Keep good care of them. That was the gift. The coin is the insurance that will guide me into believing that you will make fools of the people that took advantage of you."
Thank you, Mr. Marcus. If you do come back with us and you decide to stop by, I'd be happy to. You're always welcome in me home. And I fucking did it again.
It's like you keep blinking in and out of existence, like I'm talking to a brick wall, but I'd expect nothing out of you, my friend. And
Is it canon now that Bonkin has learned how to cast Blink?
Yeah, but only on accident. He can never use it
and
purposely.
he doesn't know. Yeah, exactly. He doesn't know how to control it.
Whoops.
He has
Do it again.
Next thing you know,
half a level in Sorcerer. What were you gonna say?
Bonkin just sneezes and teleports 20 feet.
Well, okay, I thought we were talking, but fuck me, I guess.
I'm gonna change my push to talk in a second.
Long story short, Master Bonkin, you're welcome. Give him hell even if I'm not there, and if I do find myself near to you in the past, I will stop for a bit of respite, and maybe I'll take you up on a smoke.
That would be great. Can you hear me? I just want to make sure it's working.
We got you.
We can hear you.
Okay, cool. It's on shift now. No more closing tabs.
Until then, last one home's an asshole, and I just start fucking sprinting full speed with the one smaller gallon fish tank on my shoulder because I know he's stronger than me.
Hey, that's cheating, and I'm gonna book it. I have 50 feet. I don't know how much Marcus has.
I only got a 30 with no fucking abilities left to make me move faster, so...
Yeah, my key points are also spent, so I can't go bonus actions either.
So yeah, these two will get home all sweaty and but cheerful, because they were, you know, they had a foot race. But they're each carrying a rather large aquarium, and Bonkins. Do you have a backpack?
You're muted.
Can't
Bart.
hear you.
Shift.
Right,
Shift.
fine.
There we
So used to having it on the one button, you finally change it, you never end up using that button.
Oh, did it again.
Yeah.
Mine has
not
been
exactly.
for 13 years, and I cannot change it, even though it's so inconvenient.
Mine is normally my mouse button, but my mouse is in my PC box,
Yeah,
so I
mine's
cannot
my mouse,
have it.
but yeah, I feel that pain.
Anyway, so he'll say, so I think Bonkin just has like a really big coin purse right now.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So
Um,
Bonkin's pants are just about falling down because his coin purse is so heavy.
There's probably some in his pockets too, just because of how Bonkin is.
All right, so yeah, they
Let
get
that
home.
whole phrase slide.
They get
It's
home.
okay, he's all hair, there's nothing to see.
No, it's true. And unless there's anything anybody needs to do in particular, Kira.
Messaged you my thing that I wanted to do.
Okay.
I will just be putting my fish in their respective tanks. Probably have like a single injury from a Siamese fighting fish.
And I can do that on screen. I just didn't want to interrupt
No, that's
other
totally
people when I
fine.
sent it.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll. We're gonna do our research chart real quick.
Okay. Before she starts experimenting with anything, she is going to take a post-it note, put it on her door. That's just going to say FAFO.
Okay. All right. So give me an intelligence check.
Message sent.
Okay.
Not great. And I can't do anything about it.
Okay. Hold on a sec. Let me see here.
14 is really good, actually. It's like midway through the brackets.
What's your intelligence stat?
My base
Yeah.
score? I'm rocking a 19 right now.
Okay. So you actually do succeed with the 14 because your intelligence score is
Oh.
so high. So, so you start. We'll be transparent. So you start researching ways to measure the temporal dissonance and the chronometric resonance on the. I'm assuming on the items that you have. You're trying to make sure that nothing's about to explode.
No, for use for tomorrow.
I got you.
Because my research before said that was indicative, like certain materials would have higher readings and blah blah blah. Obviously there's a way to measure it. I'm gonna see if I can figure it out.
Yeah, so you find that the best way to measure those kinds of things is, or the only place to really get that is either from hospitals themselves, or from like places that sell medical supplies to hospitals. So, because they have to measure them, they have to be able to measure all sorts of shit in the hospitals. The only other place that you would be able to find an item like that would be Astral Tech.
Would like to check out to our looking gnomish friend. I'm looking for her name. The researcher from
I don't know if she,
Alpha League,
yeah, I don't know
who
if she
had
can
the
hold on.
medical equipment and everything downstairs,
Okay. Yeah.
and see if they have anything.
So question for you, Kira, because we never, after we took our like break when you guys did your extra long rest, I don't think it was ever announced, one of the things that you made, but you don't wear anything on your head. That I'm aware of.
But you technically have to.
Yeah, then it can be a visual there.
Okay.
I made it, so assuming the design can be just
Yeah, you can
something
make
in
it
her
look
head.
however you want, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. The last time we had a long break, I made myself a headband of intellect.
what does it
So,
look like? Like, how did you
Um,
make it look?
I had kind of pictured it as being the same as my original Kira art, where there were like little, kind of punky, like metal, like hair clip type things on the side. I'll see if I can find the original art.
Okay. But yeah, that's a good point because we didn't go over that, and that since it was something that was created and is actually visible, we want to make sure that we're clear on that.
Do they like connect to her skull, like cyberpunky?
Was that your intent, Kira?
I'm just
It's more-
asking. I don't know artifice.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking about it. I was not, give me a minute to think, and I will have an answer for you.
How much cyberware
right.
have you jacked into in the last 6 days?
You're
I
just
don't know
full of
how much
chrome
I've been
now.
I don't know how much I've been allowed to jack into, but
Okay, and then you.
I just sent the original art that I had for her, which had like these metal, almost
Right,
earpiece type things, which is kind of what I was picturing.
Is there also the thing in the middle, like the diamond, like the semi-diamond in the middle, like?
And that would make sense for what this is.
think it would have
So
to be.
over the third
Okay.
eye. So yeah,
Understood. That's fucking cool.
That's
as
really
shit.
cool.
Got it.
yeah,
Okay.
that was my very first Kira art.
I like that.
That's cool as hell.
All right, so sorry. So I told you that you could get it from like equipment like that you could get from Astral Tech, and then what did you say after that?
That I was reaching out to our Alpha League scientists.
Okay.
To our young looking friend. I was in the middle of looking up her name and then I got distracted looking for art. Because we know Alpha League has medical facilities. Yes, thank you.
God damn it, Wakini.
Walkini.
So-
Okay.
And I'm hoping she either has or could help me put together something to use for a day.
Okay. Okay. Let me roll a thing here.
Yeah,
Let me
okay.
roll a thing.
When in doubt, go to the other mad scientists.
Yeah, right. Oh, she almost did not have anything, but then the,
Thank you, Dice Gods.
yeah, then the percentile flipped. Okay, so, yeah, so you text call, how are you, I'm assuming you're texting. Okay, so she would text you back and she would say, actually, yes, I do know how to measure that. It's a little bit janky, but I have a tool you can borrow if you'd like.
That
She did say
would
thank
be perfect if we could. If I could swing by today or very early tomorrow, I should be able to have it back to you or an update to you by end of day afterwards. I'd be willing to pay for the use, of course.
you get a text back that says, "Perfect. Tonight is not my night to sleep, so I will be awake and ready."
Then I'll text her. Awesome. I am on my way. And then I'm going to message Zachary.
Okay.
And then once she has confirmation from Zachary that she can get a ride, it'll be absolutely the going downstairs and just the I'm heading out, I'll be back soon.
Min trailing behind.
Yeah. Probably like energy drink in hand and the whole 9 yards.
Okay, perfect. All right.
Assuming Zachary's willing to
Yeah, I mean, Zach. So anytime
Chauffeur.
you guys ask him to drive you somewhere, he does. Marcus paid him for like, not just like a year of service, but like a full year of being around. So it's not even an issue. So yeah, he'll.
Plus he gets to ride monster trucks.
You paid off his car, and you're paying for where he's living right now. He doesn't have to pay rent, so. It would be awkward if he was married with kids, though. That would have been really weird.
Free food, free utilities. This guy's got no. Fucking bring your kids. You got a room, whatever. Just don't do any weird shit. We got like 2 extra rooms. You're fine.
As we start baby gating, like the vault room and the...
Listen, don't trigger the glyphs of warning. Tell your children not to look into the eyes of the abyss. I don't want baby blood on my hands. God damn it.
Make sure
Don't open the void
doesn't chase
box.
them.
Whatever you do, don't go into Marcus's room unless you want to see horrors beyond your worst nightmare.
Listen, there's
Tempest.
that would be Tempest's room. All I've got is a Beholder skull and Professor Sundamar, okay?
That's
We're
true.
talking
Actually,
about-
Tempest's room would just lead to way more questions than any parent is like comfortable with answering ever.
So there's a wall of tentacles. Let's talk about this. Let's fucking not.
Marcus, do me a favor.
4 words that's gonna make this bad, though. Kira designed baby toys.
We all
Don't push the red button or they explode.
No.
Yeah, baby's first arsenic lollipop? What the fuck is this?
Baby's first
Oh,
rocket
no.
launcher.
Flamethrower,
God,
at least. Yeah,
that's
come on.
so bad.
The arsenic lollipop would be Sybil.
True.
Yeah.
Sorry, James, what were you
Roll
saying?
percentiles for me. Go ahead, Aegis.
Me roll
I was
percentile?
gonna say that got said, and the first thing that came to my mind was like the wild magic sorcerer equivalent to a baby rattle.
Am I looking for high or low specifically?
No, I was on my side. So, you do.
I was just gonna ask because of the heroic inspiration, but
Oh, I got you. No.
it may not matter because it's not something I'm doing because I think I know what you're doing.
Yeah, I think you know what I'm doing too.
Okay, so yeah, 86.
Okay, yeah. So, you do get a starting
Nice. At exactly?
at the 10.
Fuck me. Okay, beautiful.
All right. I think.
I will be up probably on my phone for most of the night until I have to
sleep.
go to
Okay.
sleep. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yep.
Watching to see if there's any other things.
Roll another percentile for me then. Hold on 1 second.
Oh
listen.
god. Oof, only a 25 there.
Yeah, so you don't see. There's not like a war or anything yet.
That's all right. That's all right. Hey, the 10's the 10. By the way, this will be like a. Can I do just like a 24-hour thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, just like a 1 day, just to fucking. Because now I'm on a fucking mission because Homeboy said
Right.
we need money.
Money. I know.
So
I know.
okay.
If my inspirations were better, I'd give you another one. Okay, but
No, it's
Bonkin.
okay. No, it's all good. Yep, got it.
So I've replied to the messages you sent. The only one of importance is the last one, and it's the shortest one.
Okay, got it.
For importance for right now, I guess.
Yeah. So you would get. Yeah, you'd get an answer that says, yes, actually.
Cool. Then I'd like to think that as Kira probably will walks out of the if she's coming back tonight, walks out of the I can't remember the building name because my notes aren't here and I can't see the map. Alpha League, there we go. Alpha League
Alpha
headquarters.
League, yeah.
She'll probably see Bonkin walk in, and
Yeah,
he'll wave
probably.
at.
And Zachary's already there waiting, even though you didn't tell him that you were ready, Kira, because he just dropped off Bonkin.
I'm pretty sure Min
sorry,
jumps
I've got
right.
something, but
She's carrying whatever it is at this point, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And Min, she opens the door so that she can get in. Min jumps into the passenger seat. Kira sighs, gets in the back seat. For sake of brevity, am I paying for this?
Yeah. So
I am more than willing to.
She says that, normally for scientific reasons, I would let you take this for free. However, since it's Alpha League material, are you laughing at my voice?
I'll give you a detailed report about everything I find.
Okay, with that I can give you a little discount. Let's go with. She's like as you guys are standing, you can tell she's exhausted. She's drinking her energy drink too, just like, you guys are both standing there with energy drinks in your hand. Okay, let's just do 2,000 we'll do 2,000 for 24 hours. Does that work for you?
And I'll pull out my card to be able to. Actually, I'll do whatever the transfer is,
Oh,
and
just,
I'll
like, send it
send.
over. Okay.
Yep, and I'll send the 2,000 gold.
Okay, perfect. Now don't forget, I need the notes. Don't forget I need the notes, or I'll have to charge you a little bit more.
Of course. And I'm sure that it's going to be the Midwestern goodbye, but it's going to be her prattling about some of the scientific discoveries of the past few weeks of this group, complete with some of the pictures. Like, if you look here, blah, 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 blah.
And
And the readings here, it just didn't line up, so blah, 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 blah.
she'll show you some apps that'll help you to, like, enhance the pictures and stuff, too, that you can download on your tablet. So, yeah, definitely Midwestern goodbye.
Yeah. Is the number where I'm sending funds, is that to her account or to Alpha League in particular? Very important question here.
It was to her account. It was not to Alpha League directly. It's to her account.
Okay.
But as you're, like, when you ask her for the email address, she goes, "It is my email address. It's my work email address, though. It's not my personal email address. So it's not like you're sending it straight to my account. Don't worry. The money will go to Alpha League." Sorry, guys.
Okay. So I'll send the 2,000 to her. And then as I leave, my energy drink, my emergency energy drink and snack from my inventory that's actively on my sheet will get left behind. Along with another we're gonna say 50 plat.
Oh, okay. All right. And I think that she probably wouldn't notice that, but you'd get a text after that says, "You dropped a bunch of money."
No, pretty sure I didn't.
You just get a smiley face.
So I'm removing 2,500, and then when I get back home, I will resupply my emergency energy drink and snackies.
Okay, got it. That's very important.
Priorities.
All right. So Bonkin, you pass Kira.
Yeah, so I think a very similar thing is happening on Leelna's floor, where Bonkin just walks in, like, greets, kind of hugs her, because Bonkin's a big hugger. And which kind of, I guess, because she has a bar in her office, if I remember correctly.
She does, yeah.
Yeah, so he wouldn't drink anything more than, like, I think, fizzy drinks or water. But essentially, he'll update her on everything that's done, just have, like, a nice talk, and, like, crazy wild stories that they've been on. I don't think it's a date. I don't think Bonkin sees it that way. But he just goes to hang out with a good friend, and especially because he knows Leona was stressed when they met, and now she's lost, I guess, essentially a good hero group.
Yeah, she did. Okay.
Can we make it a date? I'd love to make it a date.
What?
I would.
So she does seem really happy to see you. When you hug her, she's thrown off a little bit at first, and she goes, "Oh, I forgot you were a hugger," and then she'll hug you back. She is in her armor, so it looks like she, had been working through the day, but, so she'll say, "I'm not complaining at all, but what brings you here today?" Marcus can't afford to.
I'm sorry, give me a second. John is going crazy.
I'm sorry. You set me the fuck off with this one. I did not realize that's what was happening.
I didn't either, to be fair.
Listen, I can pay for one kid and a house. I cannot do fucking two in two different timelines, okay? So settle down.
Why? The child support for the one will have stopped long before you have to pay, or long after before you have to pay the second one.
Wibbly wobbly.
That's fair. Okay, keep going, as you were.
This got out of control very quickly. I think Bonkin will just kind of reply, because, I mean, Bonkin isn't confident in his appearance or anything like that. He thinks he's ugly. Just because most people in his village hate him.
No, you're ugly as fuck.
So he just kind of go, "Oh, well, I knew you were stressed, and sometimes it's best to talk with things, and I wanted to talk with you for a bit, because I know that helps people out. I just wanted to, I guess, see how you're doing, as well as I guess, update you on all the crazy things we've been doing. Even though Mr. Marcus, I guess, really doesn't want Alpha League involved.
When you say that, she just kind of chuckles. Oh, yeah, well, he's always been independent. And he's being independent with you guys now. That's fine. Your presence is definitely missed. You guys, you handled a lot while you were here. We're capable, for sure, but having somebody else who could jump on things was super helpful. But, you know, I'm glad that you guys did what you did. Fun things. You're making Lucy blush.
Sorry, please continue, Candice.
No, it's okay. So, yeah, it's been busy. But I'm not complaining. He's dying.
That's good to hear. It's always good to talk with people again. If you ever need someone to jump on something again, I'm sure if you could just come on. I'm sure that you can just give us a call and we'd be more than willing to get on it. Did we do the same thing to Tempest? I feel like this is just revenge.
Oh no!
I hadn't read. I hadn't read Kat's message in succession initially, so.
This bitch. He's eating my dreams. Okay, that's it. I swear.
Talking about stroking his tentacles just right, so.
Okay, listen. It's the same as if I had a cat.
Listen, we all know that Marcus is fucking the dragon.
Probably.
Okay. You got me.
Marcus and the professor. Okay. What?
I need to screenshot that. That's too fucking funny.
So anyway, yeah, so, you were talking about the stock market. I don't.
Oh yeah. I think that'll be included like in his recap of like, oh, we find this weird tentacle thing that tentacle people that Marcus sees as friends, and they told us we can get back to our time. We had these crazy gems whose names he absolutely doesn't know.
He just makes shit up. So, okay, tentacle people,
I think he just calls them time gems.
time gems, okay. So tentacle people told you about magical time gems, that will, get you back to your time?
Yeah, and we've been like going out collecting some. We had one adventure in the underworld. I guess I can't tell you about that one. And then he'll go, we also went to this temple and Miss Kira got kidnapped by a kind, and then we fought this giant robot tentacle thing, and he just keeps going from one adventure to the.
Wow, you guys have been busy. Goodness. Now, imagine we could have possibly held you back if you stayed here, so. Okay, well, how can I help? Just information, or?
Well, I just asked in case you knew anything. If you don't, it's fine. I'm sure Miss Kira and Mr. Marcus will sort it out. They're very smart. I kind of just came to hang out with you, because the house is wild. Sometimes.
When you say that you came to hang out with her, she goes, "Oh, well, yeah, of course. Of course. I told you you're always welcome here. I'm glad that I was free tonight." The house
Me
is
too. It's
wild.
been busy for both of us.
Yeah, it sounds like you've been very busy.
Yeah, remember that walking brain that Mr. Marcus has? That's in his room always. Tempest has this weird little dragon thing that has way too much energy for me to keep up with. And I think Mr. Aegis has his brother's body in his bedroom now. And I don't even want to know what happens in Miss Kira's room, to be honest with you.
Well,
I don't think my old heart can take what happens in there.
probably not. You said you can't keep up with the little dragon that Tempest has. Don't you have a toddler or child?
No, she's a bit, she's like 10 years old.
Oh,
So she's a bit older. I adopted her.
right.
So she wasn't quite as exciting as, I guess, as Jupil is. She still keeps me on my toes.
Seru. When you say, oh, go ahead.
After all, she didn't always jump out of dirty clothes and to scare me or Mr. Marcus by his doorstep.
Oh.
She did out of bed sheets, though.
So it's a little, scamp, this dragon, it sounds like.
Yeah, he also has this weird ability to, like, send, I think Mr. Tempest calls it an emoji or something like that into our brains, and it really likes this eggplant emoji.
She, like, when you say that, she like, can't stop herself. She can't stifle her laughter. She literally laughs out loud. Goodness gracious. She gets up and walks over to the bar and fixes herself a drink. Well, how are you doing? You've been here for a while now, and I can't imagine how difficult that is.
Honestly, it's been a lot more than I thought it would be. I do miss me daughter. I smoke after most adventures because the adrenaline has to go down. But everyone's been nice. I can talk to Mr. Marcus or Miss Kira about anything really, or Mr. Aegis or Tempest. They'll all listen. In fact, Mr. Marcus, and he'll like say about the whole thing that happened on the run.
Oh, okay.
And he just like gave me I still have it on me. I hope he doesn't do anything crazy like buy a house in me time or something like that when we get back.
That does sound like something he would do. He does care about you all a lot. He came to me in confidence a couple of times, just about making sure you all were okay.
Yeah, I can see he cares a lot. After all, he bought us the house and invited us all along and so many other things. I was gonna say something, but it completely left my head as soon as it entered.
That's alright. It's late for you. Well, I know that Henry really enjoys your visits as well. And
Oh, I love talking to Henry. I got him gifts for his kid a bit back.
that's
His
so
kid
nice.
grandkids.
That's so nice. He really does. He truly, you can tell when you've come to visit because he just kind of has a little more pep in his step. It's nice to see. He's a good person.
He is, but he's also apparently many things before Alpha League.
It's not easy to get into Alpha League. You kind of have to be many things before you get in here.
I guess we kind of just got lucky. Well, I guess being 900 or something years from the past counts.
Yeah. It's kind of an immediate ticket in. No, I'm good, thank you. It's kind of an immediate ticket in to, especially since your landing spot was sort of in the middle of headquarters. Do you have?
Yeah,
any...
I remember that weird glass box you have.
Yeah. We kind of built that because we didn't know what to expect. To be honest, that was. Thank goodness we had time. And I guess thank goodness you weren't evil. But do you have any idea what sent you here? Were the tentacle people able to tell you anything about that?
Not that I know of, but I remember it was some kind of artifact. We were trying to get it back because the current mayor of our town that you are currently in at the time. It was just after this. I think it was called the Age of Disillusionment or something like that. There was no magic for like a while. So all the artifacts got like that were protected via magic-y stuff all got like taken. So we had to try and get them back. So we went to get one, and then Mr. Tempest touched it. Everything got all fuzzy, and then we were in your place.
I see. That's interesting. I know that the Age of Disillusionment was brought up before. It's not anything I've ever studied, but I haven't. History wasn't always my best topic. More combat.
Oh yeah, right. I promised Mr. Marcus I'd hand these out to everyone, and he's gonna take out a business card and hand one over to.
She takes
See
it.
business cards.
she takes it and looks down at the business card, flips it over. You guys moved quick. You got used to this time very quickly.
Yeah, down to 45 business cards. I've been busy.
God damn.
Yeah, this time's been a lot, especially for the little wizards in the walls, which I think we're calling the Luminists.
You figured out how to
Miss
text?
Kira doesn't like that word.
She doesn't like the Illuminists.
Yeah, I'm not sure why. She hasn't exactly explained it.
Because she spent 3 weeks teaching you how to phone.
Oh, yeah, I learned how to text from Miss Kira as well. I learned how to use music from Mr. Tempest, and that's when I found your workout playlist that you sent me.
Right. What did you think of that?
At first, it was just really loud. But I got used to it and kind of started liking it much later. The more I listened to it.
Yeah, thinking about that, you said you needed to keep your adrenaline down. That list may not help with that. Does something bad happen if your adrenaline doesn't stay down?
It just kind of, I guess, makes me long for home a bit more. Because it charges my memories.
Sure.
I also sometimes get really angry, but I know how to control that. So the music does help for that, especially in a fight.
Okay.
Balkan has AirPods in during fights.
I'm gonna have to have you roll to see if one gets knocked out when you get punched.
Sounds good.
Well, I'm truly grateful that you came to visit. I hadn't really heard anything back from anybody. I think it's a truck. I hadn't really heard anything back from anybody there. Outside of Aegis we messaged about a couple of things, but...
Well, yeah, he's been working at the temple on his off days, I think. But apparently he also does snooping around things. I'm not sure what he does, really. But Mr. Tempest has a girlfriend now, and he's gonna, absolutely start gossiping.
Yeah, you really have made yourselves at home. Tempest has a girlfriend, huh? Well...
Yeah, she's apparently one of the students at the university.
That's fantastic. I'm honestly glad. I felt bad because I knew I was sheltering you when you all were here, but I didn't want the world to be too overwhelming.
I think Mr. Marcus and Miss Kira and Mr. Tempest would have been fine. I think Aegis would have probably gotten a lot used to it a lot faster, but I think if I haven't been here and been taught, I think I definitely would have been a bit too much for me and me old brain.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot even for people who were born in this time. It's a lot. If you ever need to get away from it, you're always welcome here, Bonkin. And I'm truly glad you came to visit tonight.
I'm glad to. It's been a great talking with you. It's always great talking to a lot of people here.
I like that you text often, too. Just friendly things. It's nice.
I try to at least once a day try and text everyone, see how they're doing. most of the group don't really respond. Mr. Marcus does, and I'm I'm always scared of Mr. Tempest's response.
Kira would respond. Aegis is the only one I think that wouldn't.
Miss Kira responds the next day.
The next day. That's accurate. Yeah. Well,
Had to call me out like that.
you guys are all.
Too busy, bitch.
You guys, you're truly a wonderfully cohesive group. I wasn't lying about that before, and if you would still be interested in providing training to new recruits, we'd take you up on it in a heartbeat, because the synergy that you have, you make it look easy.
I'll try and talk to him, see if they want to do that. Oh, speaking of training, how is Mr.
Jared?
Mr. Jared doing? Yeah, I
There you go.
just got his name. How's Mr. Jared doing?
He's doing well. He you know, it hasn't been long, obviously, since the request was made, but I think he'll do well. He does need to hone in a little bit, and he's working with some of our current trainers, and I think that was a very good call, sending him here.
I'm sure he'd do a great job. He's helped us a couple times.
Well, if you, she'll hang out with Bonkin as long as he wants to, chit chat and stuff. She doesn't really share too much, but she hangs out with him as long as he wants to, and then she, like when he's leaving, she'll say, "Come back and visit any time, Bonkin. This was truly a pleasure. It's such a nice break in all of the chaos."
Thank you. I might come a bit more often now. Hope to see you again soon. I should probably get back before Miss Kira does something to the house, or the Zoopal goes through my laundry basket again.
Okay. Travel safe.
I also have fish to feed now. You know, I fished him out of the void pond.
You brought void fish home.
Yeah, one of them's really angry. I'd like to think he has pictures of the fish on his
He
phone.
really does. like a proud papa. Oh,
Exactly. They're
he
all
is
like a really
angry.
low quality, but this.
That is an angry looking fish. Do you have a way to get
Yeah,
home?
Yeah, Mr. Zachary's always just a text away. We have him staying with us.
I
Mr.
wondered.
Marcus paid for, I guess, everything he needs.
I wondered. He stopped. I know. He stopped taking jobs with us, so I honestly hoped that was the case, is that he went with you and not someone else. It's good to know.
Yeah, he was super excited for the monster truck that we took today.
Insult to injury.
You guys got it. Marcus bought him a monster truck?
Oh, no, I believe he got it from a friend. Oh,
I see.
because we were going to the desert.
No, that makes sense.
Bonkin has like negative charisma.
Oh my god, that was terrible.
No, you're fine. That's, well, honestly, everything just sounds like. Sorry. Everything sounds like it's going very well. I'm really happy.
Yeah, we've been keeping him busy. Anyway, I hope things have been going as well here. And essentially, he's going to have a nice talk until eventually he messages Zachary. Probably not too late, depending on what time he arrived.
Uh-huh.
And then he'll go back, feed his fish, and I guess like clean the bowl there as well, because I feel like Monken should be in the habit of cleaning, and then just kind of run through his routine at home, which is cleaning anything that needs like cleaning that's not armor and weapons, because that's
Perfect.
specifically Kira's job, but
Okay.
basically taking care of the house.
All right. Okay. Yeah, so Bonkin will get back. Zachary will leave and come back. Kira, after he drops you off. And then Bonkin will come back. And Kira, are you walking in with the device, like, I'm assuming in your arms, or would you have stuffed it in a backpack, or?
Yeah, absolutely. She's not going to put this into the bag of holding. How heavy is it, by the way? I'm
So
always
it looks-
encumbered
yeah,
anyway,
it
but
looks, it looks a lot bigger in the picture. It's about 10 pounds. I will hold on.
I would like to remind you that I do have a single-digit strength.
I would like to remind you that you asked for a really weird item.
I did. Thank you for giving it to me.
Oh, that looks heavy as a motherfucker.
Yeah, so it would like both palms of your hands you can carry it. It's about 10 pounds.
Oh my
I love the label there. Very advanced.
Yeah. Temporal dissonance, chronomancer resonance. Amazing. That is fucking super.
She was not kidding when she said it was janky.
Not literally. That's amazing.
It's awesome.
All right. I guess we could go there. Aegis, your brother's body is on your
Shit.
bed. Were you doing anything with that? I should have asked you that much sooner.
No, it
Okay.
very much it would just be like not really funeral rites or anything, but like kind of going ahead and putting him into that position and everything. So like Alan would have the bed entirely to himself, and he's just gonna be laying there like.
Okay. Okay, so I'm assuming that your plan is you're going to do passing rites like your family would do. Okay, got it. All right.
So, with that being said, though, Marcus is no dummy. We know we brought a corpse back and nobody has talked about it yet. So, potentially deep into the evening, i.e., once we got back from our run, everybody has done their things, everybody's getting ready for bed. Marcus is still watching his phone pretty religiously for the bids. But he is going to go down to Aegis's room for, I believe, the first time. And he's going to have Professor Sundamar on his shoulder. And he's going to tell Sundamar on the way down, I may or may not need you, but I think there is a friend of ours in need. And I may or may not need your assistance in assisting us in bringing some peace to our friend. Do you understand me?
Do you need me to eat memories?
No.
You need me to eat feelings.
I need you to act as a neural pathway to a corpse's brain and potentially act as a voice for somebody who's already passed.
Oh. Yes, I can do that.
If he says no, then the answer is no. This is a man of faith, a man of the gods, and we will not interfere in the rites that he has set before him, but we will at least offer our assistance if we can.
Okay.
Good. And Marcus, who has changed into his hunter green sweatsuit now, and not in his plate armor anymore, he will knock on the door. Master Aegis?
Aegis would come probably like 3 seconds or so afterwards. It would have been a pretty quick response. And you would actually see him holding on to one of the fine wine bottles.
Holy shit, you are much faster than I give you credit for, Master Aegis. Good evening, first of all. Sorry to bother you. Listen, I am sorry that we made no mention this evening of your brother's body that we brought back from the void. That's probably something that at least one of us should have made mention of in some way, shape, or form, and we did not, and I apologize about that. I'm
Best
here.
way you could, I'm sorry to cut you off, but the best way you could honor him is by going ahead and not mentioning him.
Oh.
He was one that liked to keep to the shadows. I was the face of the Flames' embrace. He was the head.
Understood.
Hence our little saying. Well, at least the one I told him.
Yes, and I think it's the one we've heard once or twice. I won't mention it anymore. I'll leave it as is. But I would like to offer you something if you would like to indulge in at least a few minutes of conversation. Professor Sundamar has agreed to act as a neural pathway for your brother and the realm of the living, if you would like to at least converse with him for a few moments before I take my rest. There's no pressure, and we both understand that no means no. But the offer is yours.
You would be getting teary-eyed like I'm getting teary-eyed right now from that. As much as I appreciate that, all I need to say is goodbye.
Would you like us to arrange that for you? Understood. Then we'll leave you to your grieving, and you let us know what you need and when you need it, Master Aegis. And Marcus kind of, for the first time at a loss of words, just gingerly kind of shuts the door and turns away, and he'll look to Sundamar and he'll open the network and he'll say, and that is why we ask our friends what they need in their time of need. They will tell us. Let's go back to our room so you can devour my nightmares, because fuck is there a lot of them. Would you like to see the void, Professor Zundamar?
Yes, I think I heard something about a dragon.
Oh, there is a void dragon who is in the midst of a transformation into a beautiful gem dragon. And unfortunately, there is a lot of death along the way. And you will see it. And you will feed on it. And you will absorb what remains of it within me.
He seems...
And... Sorry,
As I say, he seems almost excited, like his stance changes where he was sort of like solemn when you guys went to go talk to Aegis. He seems excited now.
Yeah, so he, Marcus will bring him back upstairs past the glyphs and the hallowed ground and all the crazy shit, the vibrating of the, the super hardcore energy room to the south. He'll lay down, and he will just say, he'll set him on his chest and say, it's a mess in here right now, but I'm going to give you everything that I possibly can, so please take it from me so that I can continue to think straight for these people.
So he'll, you guys kind of have a routine at this point, so he'll, you know, get into the right place, the right space once he knows that you're comfortable, and, do you want to remember? He always asks that.
Marcus kind of like picks him up and sets him on his like belly button, like before he gets too close, and he goes, I should. This was a critical piece in our journey. A critical piece for Master Bonkin, a critical piece for Master Aegis, a critical piece for Mistress Kira, I believe. So I probably should remember. Yes. Leave traces of the memory should I need to call upon them, but everything else, feed upon. At your leisure, of course.
And he'll, without like saying anything else, you'll start to have some of the like gory or nasty or the worst details of the things you just witnessed will start to slip from your memory. They're still there, but they get very dulled, so it's no longer at the forefront. You remember the overall summary, but the details themselves don't come to the front of your mind unless you call them.
Yeah, he'd be trying to like guide the timeline, how things happened, as they unfolded, without the nitty gritty, gut smashing, things blasting,
Right.
people dying.
Tempest, so we still have, you were good, right, Marcus? I want to make sure I didn't just cut you off.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. No, sorry, that was the only
Perfect.
thing.
I just want to make
that
sure
was the
that
only thing.
there wasn't anything. Okay, so I was gonna jump into it earlier, but there was no way I was gonna be able to be serious after the things that went down in that moment. So yeah, Gail makes herself available to go on a date with you. Not in like, she was clearly in the middle of studying or something, but she's like, "Yep, I will meet you." So she goes and meets you in the park, and like I said, she comments on the wine and everything. And while you guys are sitting there, she gets serious for a minute, and she looks at you and says, "So are you excited to go home?"
I've been thinking about that for pretty much the entire time we've been here. Uh, I don't, I don't have, to be honest with you, I don't have much to go home to. So I don't think. I, I think I have more to live for here in this time. I want to spend as much time as I can with you. Being honest.
She kind of.
Did you just change the music?
Yeah, I have theme
Dude,
music for them.
I'm so glad. I thought I was tripping for a second.
I'm glad you guys picked up on it. So this is the music that played the first time you guys went on a date, and each time you guys have interacted, I've played this music. It's called Air Prelude.
Okay.
So she'll smile when you say that you have more here, but she also looks kind of sad still. What, I mean, parents or siblings or girlfriends?
Parents, yeah, they're still there. They're still alive, as far as I know. I mean, well, no, they're not alive anymore. Obviously, it's been 900 years. I mean, I lived on a farm. You know, I lived this. It wasn't the life I wanted to live, and my father wanted to force me into the same life that he lived, and it just wasn't. It wasn't me.
What was
So
you then?
what?
What was you then?
Then I was just a I was a naive child. If all right, I should be more honest with you than I think I've been with anybody that I've spoken to here. My name's name's not really Tempest. My name is it's Gust.
I like
That was the name my parents gave me. It didn't feel like me. I was meant to be more than just a farmer. I was meant to be more than just I don't know, just a I wanted to be something more than a nobody. And leaving home gave that to me. leaving home, going on the road, getting tangled up with this group, coming here. I'm somebody now. I actually have some power, some autonomy, like literal power. It feels good.
She listens intently and smiles. And she says, there are so many people who aren't capable of knowing that you can be more. And I like Tempest a lot, don't get me wrong. I'm sure Gust was also great. Ooh. But I would be lying if I said I didn't want you to stay. But that feels so selfish. Are you happy here?
Yes. Completely. I've never felt like I belonged in the past. I know I've only been here for a few months, and I've lived 20 years there, but I feel like I belong.
I kind of understand
Like the
that.
music, the culture, the technology. My gods, I can bring up any music I want on my phone, from any just rap to Lady Gaga to, you know, the Who. I like anybody, anywhere, anytime. It's all here, and I can learn whatever I want to, and I'm not stifled ever. And I belong here.
She's just smiling. Like her smile got bigger as you're like listing out the names of the artists and just your excitement came out. Her smile got bigger and bigger. So, have you told your friends yet?
Uh, yeah. I've made it pretty clear that I didn't want to go back. I made it clear that I will help anybody who wants to go back, especially Bonkin. He's got a kid to go back to. Or, I mean, Marcus, he's got his whole weird thing with his family going on that he needs to get back to. Whole brain stem eating thing. I don't know.
It is brainstem eating. Yes, it is.
That's
But
Brainstems, though.
well. Is there anything I can do to help? I'm pretty good at research.
yeah, I mean, anything you can
Stupid.
do to help. We're looking next. I think we're looking to go track down the temporal anchor, which will be involved with a company down on Long Wharf. What is it? Annie's Money, I think it is. So, if you have any contacts that you know of that can help out with that, that'd be helpful, I suppose.
I'll see if I know anybody. I'm not from here either. I'm not from 900 years ago. Or anything even remotely that interesting. But I'm not from New Haven.
Where are you from?
So, I'm actually part of I don't know how to explain it, a tribe, I guess. We lived up in the mountains. And I felt similarly, because we lived too simple. And I knew that I was way too smart to be living in mountains and not having access to the technology and the food down here and the books and the music.
Oh my god, the food.
The food.
Yes.
But yeah, they all were content with living off the land, and you had a job and you did your job, and I didn't want to do my job. I wanted to learn as much as I could. And the first class that was available, because I started mid-semester, the first class I could get into was demonology. So if it wasn't the case, I wouldn't be sitting here with you right now.
So you know exactly how I feel.
Yeah, I'm just a little bit.
I can. Well, I mean, I look good for a 920-year-old.
Yeah, you do. I love watching the party get embarrassed.
I mean, would you plan on going back after your studies are done, or are you in the same boat? Would you want to stay here forever?
I'm not allowed to go back.
Not allowed to go back because you studied demonology?
Because I left. Yeah. If you leave voluntarily, you don't get to come back.
Is that something you would ever want to do?
I don't think I could now that I know this life. I think that's why I understand where you're coming from.
It's a good life.
It is. And it can be, just as good as you make it. You don't have to limit yourself. And she'll kind of like put a shoulder into your shoulder. I get it, Tempest. Should I still call you that?
You can call me whatever you want. Tempest is nice. Gust is, suppose, somebody used to be, but not anymore. You can call me whatever you want.
I'll stick with Tempest.
Okay.
If you do ever want to go back, don't stay here just for me. And if we find a way to go back and forth, maybe we can take a vacation.
We'll say one thing about my time is you see a lot more stars. So if it is possible to go back and forth, that would be one thing I would love to show you.
That would be great. Because the light pollution here is pretty terrible.
I guess that's the only thing I miss.
She looks a little bit sad when you say that. Like, kind of sad for you, like the fact that that's the only thing you miss, but she doesn't comment on it anymore or anything. She pours you more wine and hands you a glass. And she doesn't bring up any more serious stuff.
Tempest will just raise his glass to her, say, "To the future."
And she'll definitely cheers, and then she'll take a drink. It is really good wine too.
Imagine we probably drink over half the bottle and get shitty.
Probably. We're made of air. All right, to a shitty past. All right, so that's we actually stopped relatively on time tonight. Really great roleplay session, guys. But thank you guys. Oh wow, holy smokes, Torrin, you're on it. Yeah, thank you guys for another amazing session. I had a feeling it was going to be roleplay heavy because we did so so much.
There's a lot of combat the past couple times.
Yeah.
I do want to say I did send you a message real quick
Oh.
asking about something.
Yeah, go ahead and do that, and then we'll know how to start
Okay.
next week.
Yeah, I was about to say that will help me a lot
Yeah.
going into next week.
Oh boy. Oh god, what the fuck, Aegis? He got away from me!
Holy shit.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'd say you get through 3/4 of it and you're okay, but you'll probably end up passing out.
Oof.
Gotcha.
You were drinking. My man is drinking.
Thankfully, he rolled high.
After that interaction, hell yes.
I get it.
I know, there's so many comments. I was ignoring them so I didn't start laughing in the middle of roleplay.
Everybody else does alcohol. Marcus does brain memory consumption.
And the cocaines.
No. He theorizes on the cocaines. He does not do
He
the cocaines.
theorizes on
I-
the cocaines. He sniffs the magical
We'll
flowers.
go raise.
Yes, he does, and he gets fucked up.
I am also not doing the drinking. I am doing the science.
That's true.
That is true.
That's not any fucking better. With all the caffeine you ingest, that's kind of drugs.
Okay, I have many suspicious powders in this room. Let's not start and I actively do have drugs like the pure essence of nightshade or the Gith ampules or
Oh hell yeah, let's cocaine those.
Time Dragon Ash.
Oh god, Time Dragon Ash. Yeah, let's snort that. That
Oh
sounds
my
great.
gosh.
Yo, I do have
You're
a
gonna-
if you want to
Alright,
try.
we're gonna go
You
with,
will have
my
a
official
time.
stream.
It might be a short time.
Thank you guys for hanging
but
out.
you will
We'll
have
be
a
back on
time.
Tuesday for Crochet
It's a
and
short
Chill.
time, not a good
Thursday
time,
we've got,
guaranteed, but
Watch
it is a
Party,
time.
and Friday is more 7 days, so...
Candace, are we ending tonight's session? What time is it? I'm assuming it's like, what, 10, 11 at night?
Yeah, it'll be about 10:30, 11, yeah.
Okay, because I'm going to mark it down.
Yeah,
so we'll be
10:30.
picking up at session 51, Monday, January 30th, 10:30 p.m. Okay.
Yep. Alright,
You know
guys.
the really good news? That means you're probably gonna have time to sleep and get new level thingies.
We'll see if we fucking did enough to get to that point. I feel like every time I'm there, she's like, there's 14 experience until you get there. Enjoy the next session and a half, you jackass.
No, I'm pretty sure you'll get at least within 6 or 7 XP of your level.
Right. Like, why is Marcus in the street breaking homeless people's necks?